What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Hope y'all doing well. This is the Good Samaritan Show. We are here tonight, as usual, to talk, laugh, share, and all that other good stuff. Hopefully, everybody's doing well. Uh, got my sister Tracy on here. What's up,
Hey
Tracy?
y'all, what's going on?
Doing good, doing good. How was your week so far?
My week was good. Can't complain. A
Good.
lot of rehearsals this week, which have yeah. I'm
There you go.
grateful. I'm very grateful. Celebrated 30 years on my job. This on my main job.
30 years?
30 years.
30 years. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Tracy. Go ahead. Go
yeah,
ahead.
30
Go ahead.
years.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited about that for you. 30 years. Tracy, well, I was going to ask, what do you do? But let
That's
me
fine.
not ask.
You can ask.
Okay. What do you do?
I okay. I'm being funny. Do not shut this page down. I reverse engineer alien technology.
Okay. All
I,
right.
I work in electronics.
You were
Um,
okay. That's cool.
yeah, I work in electronics. So most of the stuff that you see that has like circuit boards in it, circuitry, all of that stuff, I kind of do that stuff. I rework it. So if there's a problem with it, now I don't see it in its um, last stages. So it could be an iPad, it could be a TV screen, or something of that nature. I don't see it in its last stages. I
Okay.
see it in
Cool.
its board stages before it gets to wherever it's going. And I
Right.
work on it. If there's an issue with it, I make sure it's straight and we send it out the door to wherever it's going, to somebody's Christmas gift or whatever.
Cool. All right. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you served 30 years on your job. 30 years.
Yeah.
30 years. Wow. 30 years. Well, I tell you this much. There's some people who couldn't hold a job for 30 months.
I know. 30 days.
30 days, 30 hours. I know a
Right.
lot of people that got on the job and left about 5 hours later. They couldn't handle it. So
Right.
they turned around and said, well, never mind. And they got off, but you've been there 30 years. Congratulations. For 30 years, 30 years, 30 years. Wow. 30 years. Well, that's pretty cool. I have been in the music game for a little bit over that. And
Right.
I got to tell you that to be in the music business for 30 years, I have seen ups, downs, roundabouts. I've seen people establish phenomenal friendships and relationships, and then I've seen some where they can't stand each other now
Right.
because of either business or what have you. But for you to be there 30 years, that's
Yeah.
a very big deal. So congratulations to you for that.
Thank you.
It's and then you've had a job for 30 years. Praise ye the Lord.
Right. And was a full-time musician. So,
And was a full-time musician. So a lot
yeah.
of times that can be something that we, a lot of people can't seem to handle a lot of times. But for you to be there for 30 years, that's amazing. That's
Right.
amazing. So
Right.
so yeah, we're happy for you. And we're grateful that you can still say that. Other people are coming on shortly. Everybody's
Ooh.
kind of moving in their direction. But we have a whole lot to talk about tonight. Um, I hate that. I want that to
Yeah,
stop.
that's new. That is
It's
new.
it's just my this little Google thing here is letting me know that I have to enter in this password. So I wish there was a way I could get rid of that, and there is. I just have to turn it off. But can't turn it off without turning off the other stuff. So I'm gonna try to bear it until I can figure this out because it's really getting on my nerves. But yeah, so my cousin Long Beach served the military for 42 and a half years. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, Floyd, that's a lot, man. But grateful for that. 42 years. Wow. It's a lot of time.
That's a lot of
Um, that's a lot of time. A lot of time. But we're gonna go ahead and get started because I just found out some news that I don't know. I really don't know what to say at this point, other than
Oh boy.
what's in the wash will come out in the rinse, brother. That's all I know. Um, First of all, do you have a favorite football team?
I do.
Okay, and who is that?
It's the shot till I die. The
So you
Bears.
the Bears. All right. Well, congratulations. You know, hope all goes well with them. Do you know their record right now? Because I don't follow them as much as I
Um,
follow.
I know we won our last game. That's how. I mean, I just take it,
Yeah,
like that. I don't
yeah,
know the record. No, I don't. I
yeah.
probably should, but yeah.
It would probably benefit you too. A lot of
You
people ask
know
questions.
what?
Yeah, it might. I am officially. I've been since 1996. I have been a Baltimore Ravens fan. I've been that way. I've been a
Ugh.
diehard fan. Yeah. Well, congratulations again. Um, but I've been that way. I've been a Ravens fan. I was when they actually became the Ravens from the Oilers, and they went over to become the Ravens. I had a team before that. A lot of people didn't know because I didn't share it too much. But Floyd said he's Bears win or lose or draw. Yeah, well,
Thank you.
more losses and draws than wins. But we good. We all right. We straight. We good. We good. Um, with that being said, I want to start on this first joint because it is really we got to talk about this. I just feel like we got to talk about it. First of all, there's so many diehard, aggravating, persistent, consistent Cowboys fans. I don't understand what their big thing is, but we all have our teams. My team is. We've lost games before. We went to the Super Bowl and we won back in 2013. That was 11 years ago. We got the new quarterback that they made wait till the end of the draft before they decided to put him on a team by the name of Lamar Jackson. His first year being on the Ravens team, he actually went over and became. They went to the playoffs in his first year as quarterback of the team. So I give him kudos for that. Um, we're doing pretty good right now, but let me talk about these cowgirls. I mean, the Cowboys for a minute. I'm sorry. Let me talk about
Yes,
the
yes.
cow.
They got
cow.
their tails handed to them.
What was the score? 47-9. Is that what
Yes,
I saw? Or
that was the score. That
that
was
was
it.
a score of
That was
47 to
it.
9. One of my favorite movies is oh god, I can't. I'm saying that movie anyway. Players Club. And at the Players Club, when Ronnie and that girl got into a fight and they came to see about Ronnie, homeboy said, "Well, did you at least pinch the?" Well, um, did the Cowboys did they come to practice or did they just come to pass? The Lions the ball and just
I,
let them score. I really don't know.
terrible. And they were
That
all field goals. They didn't even get a touchdown.
Yeah, and that to me just says that the Lions, it was just their day, but they also had a great defense. Their offense was
They
crazy,
did.
and they made it happen. But they won that game 47-9.
They did.
47-9. Well, I was just sent a message by Tanya, of course, that she sent me something that I literally was laughing at while I was posting it. Quarterback Dak Prescott just got fined $100,000 for throwing an illegal interception.
What is that?
Illegal interception. In other words, it almost looked like he was shaving points. And
Oh,
they lost that game due to the fact that he threw an illegal interception. They fined him $100,000, and now they're looking to get rid of him.
mm,
Which in essence really doesn't matter to me because he wasn't winning no games anyway.
no.
And they paid a lot of money for him to come there, and they thought he was going to be the savior of the world. He ended up being the very reason why the Dallas Cowboys just cannot seem to jump over that hump of losses to actually go in and consider themselves to be even in the running to
Right.
be
Kind of like
there.
with Justin Fields last year.
Yeah. They
That
they
was horrible.
they handed him a dynasty and he just played around with it. Now here's my thing. the Cowboys, I feel like a lot of times they are. I think I was told they are America's team. I was like,
Yeah, that's
what
what it's
America
supposed to
y'all?
be.
Yeah, but what America y'all talking about?
Right.
Because I ain't never signed on and say, yeah, that's my team. Yeah, they're
Mm-mm.
America's team. I'm in America, and I ain't never gone for no Cowboys since I was
No,
a kid.
never.
My mother bought me a Cowboys bed set one time, and I looked at that thing like she put mud on my mattress. I was like, what the heck is that? I don't, want that. And at the time, everybody was trying to get me to kind of side with the Raiders years and years ago. Um, and I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not a Raiders fan. At that time, I was even looking at the Bears at one point. I was like, I don't know, And again, I was a kid, but I was like, no, Chicago looked like, I like the way their uniforms look.
Right, right.
Um, but the more I got involved with football, the more I started recognizing, well, I don't like them either. Um, I'm just, hey, Lois, what's up, sis? I'm just a person who is a diehard, Ravens fan. But back to the matter at hand, Dak Prescott threw an illegal interception, and as I said, they are looking to get rid of him. I think the Cowboys are being considered. I saw it, and it's crazy. The more I go on social media, the more I see that people are breaking their flat screens. They're upset. They're like punching holes in them and throwing them on the floor. There was one, and it wasn't the Cowboys, but there was one guy who had spent a lot of money. He bet a lot of money on the Eagles, I believe, and they lost. And this dude took looked like a 65-inch, maybe a 75, took it off the wall, threw it down on face first on the floor, and just started stepping on it. I don't care how much the Ravens lose. I ain't
No,
never punching a hole in my screen. I ain't never
no.
about to sit up
It's
here and
it's not that serious.
no, no, no. Because you got to understand, even though these teams are losing, they still get more money, in a loss than you make in a year.
Right.
And they are still considered to be, wealthy players. So they're not going to come and fix your TV, because you
No,
mad because they lost. They're not going to do none of that. So
no.
it's kind of crazy, the way these people, you have the diehard fans. Like I live in Las Vegas, and the Raiders, literally our population here in Las Vegas has gone up over almost, I want to say 35 to 40%, because a lot of people from the Bay Area, they moved to Vegas because of the Raiders.
You kidding
And
me?
no, I lie to you not. When they built that Allegiant Stadium down the street from me, they built what is called, people look at it like the Death Star. I've been in that arena several times, and that arena was built for the Raiders. And they came here. So some people went and moved from the Bay Area. They moved from San Francisco, Oakland,
That's a real fan
Alabama.
right there.
Oh yeah, they picked up and moved here. Now here's what bothered me: the Raiders turned around and beat the Ravens by like 2 points a couple of weeks ago, and my mouth is just now closing because I couldn't believe it. The Raiders were on the team; they were going back to their locker room. They couldn't believe they beat the Ravens. So it was kind of like, what is really going on? But we had a bad night, like all people do. I tell people all the
Right.
time, every champion that was a champion fell at one point to somebody.
That's right.
So we don't count that as a loss. But when you go back to the Cowboys, I think it's gonna shock people when they when they win a game, rather. Um,
Yeah.
but for Dak Prescott to throw an illegal
That's just
interception,
that's
that
just terrible.
yeah, it's amazing to me. It's like I don't understand how you can consider yourself to be one of the greatest quarterbacks and you throwing illegal uh,
Right.
interceptions, and then on top of that, you turn around and now you helping your team lose. You
Yeah.
know,
It's a
um,
coach didn't like run out on the field and just like flip out.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know if he did or not, but at the end of the day, I was like, good lord, man. You did some real crazy stuff. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I know they fined him $100,000. I think on that same video it was stated that they are looking to get rid of him now. And I
Yeah.
mean, if you're throwing illegal interceptions, I don't think nobody gonna pick you up as a free agent.
No.
You
No,
may
you're
have
done.
Yeah, you might as well go and look and see if you can work, in a box somewhere, or you can probably go on
Yeah.
ESPN and do some commentary. Something you're gonna have to do something else because nobody's gonna hire you after that. And if they do
Nope.
hire you, that is sheerly out of desperation. It's not out of a need. And when I say that, desperation, like, we don't. I mean, come on, man. Nobody else is hiring you. So, yeah, I think at this point he should
Oh man.
probably build a cleaning business or something, to clean these stadiums because it's a wrap for him. If that's really what happened, if that really went down, yeah, he's officially done. And what's crazy is he's probably at a point right now where it's as you said, you're done, brother. You can go
Yeah.
ahead and consider this to be something you can remember later on. But I don't know. I really don't know. We're gonna talk more about some other stuff here. As you can see, we're here now talking about Dak Prescott. Uh, this Diddy stuff. I just got
Oh.
another situation sent to me, and this new alleged rape charges that he has against him is coming from a young lady who was dealt with. That is really getting on my nerves. By it was in 2018. She
Was
filed.
the one that was on the boat?
No, not even her.
Oh.
No, this was a young lady who was at an apartment. They said her name. They gave all the information. I didn't want to really say too much on here, but I am going to say what it was.
Right.
But allegedly, Puffy went with an entourage of people to this young lady. She was um, actually led to go to somebody's house. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and when she got into the house, she didn't want to go at first. The guy that she saw called Puffy on his phone, and he FaceTimed him, and the girl was like, "I'm not impressed with none of that, so what, you're talking to Puffy?" Um, but he got her to come to his house, to an apartment, and allegedly he tried to serve her some water. She got the water she didn't really want it. And the next thing she knows, Puffy and another young lady shows up with three other guys, and they proceeded to raping her. And the stuff that they said they did, I don't want to put too much on here, but I sat in complete shock because everything that was said, she said on, she was coming out. She put everything in a note, and she basically gave it to a news network, and they pretty much said everything she said. She said her name. She said
Mm.
who she was. She said when it happened. And in 2018, she filed this, and it was filed more than 3 times, and nobody did anything about it. They never said anything. They never, called her back and said, "Hey, we got the charges. Listen, we need to talk to you." They never did anything about it. So she decided that now she's going to go completely public with it, and basically gave an in-depth, detailed description of what happened to her. It got so much to a point where they were trying to inject this lady with an IUD. So I guess their whole terminology was she would not get pregnant, but they tried to give her an IUD. The IUD fell out prematurely, and Puffy was arguing with another member of his entourage saying, "Move, I got it." They threw oil on her. And she said at first she thought it was some kind of, substance that had been tainted with some kind of drug. And, we all know that they raided his house and found out that he was, used baby oil. But they put the oil on her, and they proceeded to deal with her in this, unlawful way. And Puffy took a remote control that was laying on the side of where the lady was, and she was screaming and hollering. She's like, "Stop, stop," and he proceeded to insert the remote control into this young lady, and he was raping her, and then told one of his guys to take her and flip her over because he didn't want to see her face. And they put a pillow over the girl's head and literally went, and they proceeded to rape her on her stomach.
Okay.
Um, And yeah, they did a lot to her. This was in depth. They said this on the network, and they were so detailed. You don't even have to know this man. You don't have to know what's going on to hear that. It was just way too detailed, and it was too. The lady even said, if you have a hard time listening to this kind of stuff, if it triggers you in any way, you might need to turn this off because we are going to say exactly what
It's
this young lady said.
nuts.
And so once the Puffy did what he did, basically he forced the guy to get on top of this girl and to proceed to raping her from the other side. Three other guys got involved. They did it. And after that, they were sliding off of the young lady because of oil or whatever. When they finally caught themselves, they turned her back over and they proceeded to raping her again. After they were done, they went and smoked weed out on the balcony. And Puffy was laughing the whole time. Like, this young lady is being forced to do all of this stuff. And they, they just proceeded to doing what they were doing. They laughed about it and they left. And when she came clean with this and basically said, I'm telling y'all now, this is what happened. None of the enforcement agencies did anything. Well, now everybody's talking because now what's going to happen is they're going to find out, well, where did you send this to? Because now we get ready to go over there and, what do they call it? The affairs people, internal affairs, all of them are now involved. They're going to every agency that she sent this letter to.
Yeah.
A lot of people going down for this.
Yeah, because who dropped the ball on it? Right.
Absolutely. Or did they even pick it up?
Right.
So.
Okay. In my mind, for you to be that strange in your approach on being with somebody, you have to be so sick in the head. Nothing about that was, I guess, romance wasn't an issue, but nothing about that is appealing. Let's say it that way. There is nothing appealing about that at all.
Here's my thing. You have way too much money. You have way too much power. You have way too much influence. You have way too much going for you than to sit here and feel like you have to go and rape somebody.
That's weird.
Like you have way too many females that are willing to do these kind of things willingly where you don't have to go to jail.
Yeah, that's just strange.
Yeah, you don't have to go to jail.
Want to force somebody to be with you? What? You are really sick in the head when that's what turns you on, forcing someone to do that.
I just don't understand the concept in which you're operating in. And then what's even more crazy about it is that you did it and then you laughed and then you proceeded to go about it like it's something that and I ain't tell you this. Then he told the young lady, you belong to me now.
Oh, really?
You belong to me now. So I don't know exactly what he's thinking. I don't even care. What I do know is that, brother, if you ain't never been in trouble before, you are in trouble now.
Yeah.
Like, this is just way too. And again, whoever it was that she tried to tell, and I'm in psychology now, and what I know about it is that people who are initially involved with these kind of things, psychologically, the person blames themselves.
That is very true.
They blame themselves for what happened. They blame themselves for real, people who have been raped before and who have been put in these situations where they've been forced to do sexual acts and things of that nature. There's something psychological, absolutely, that goes on in their mind, and they start blaming real people who are prisoner to these kind of acts. They go back and they literally try their hardest to deal with the situation in a way where they start blaming themselves. But the reality of it was, you raped this lady. You raped her, and years, 6 years. She had to live with this. She got tired of it and she turned around and said, I'm telling everything. So to have that much detail involved with that kind of stuff, only for you to turn around and have this happen, it, you're going down, brother. You're going
Right.
down. You're going down. And this is just one of the hundreds of counts that have, you know, that have come out. So he's in a lot of trouble. He's in a
Yeah.
lot of trouble. He is in a
If
lot of
if
trouble.
you as a young lady, yes, you would definitely blame yourself, but no matter what the situation, no means no.
Hmm.
No means no. Stop means
Hmm.
stop. So man, yeah, you're right. He in a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah, he's about to. If there would ever be a time to say, only God can deal with you, there ain't no other way to put this. You and God got to have a real conversation. And if he gets off, let's just say if, I don't see it, but let's
Mm-mm.
just say if, he better go and build a church. he better go, he better go and build a church. He better
I
go
mean,
and get a shuttle that goes beyond space and try to find God somewhere
he better.
and literally just figure out a way to be. I mean, he ain't this ain't looking good, man.
No.
There's no hope for you, brother. I don't know. And just to think, in jail, when they know you've been raping people, oh,
Oh,
the
yeah.
love you want, you ain't getting, but the love you getting, you don't want. Because they gonna make
It's
sure
gonna be terrible.
you feel what you put out. You reap what you sow, nigga.
Yeah, it's
It's
gonna be
about to
terrible.
happen. Yeah, what up, A?
What's going on,
Hey,
y'all? How y'all doing?
good.
Yeah, we up here talking about this Diddy situation. I don't know if you heard, but there's a young lady who came about that basically she is, I mean, I don't even want to go over the details again, but the stuff this
Uh,
man did to this girl, yeah, it's just way too. And Tracy, what I didn't also say was that people's phones got involved. There was a phone that came out. I believe the young lady saw the guy's phones, and somebody was allegedly, people think because I got power, I can do what I want to do. I can tape it,
Right.
bruh. When they go back and find these videos and they find that the location of the phone was right where this mess happened,
It's gonna be terrible.
it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
did
And we
y'all see that picture of allegedly the picture of is Diddy, J Lo, Jay Z, Beyonce, like halfway naked?
Yeah.
Bruh, it's not looking good for them, dude. it's not. It's not
man,
looking good for none of them.
let me tell you something. I don't understand, and I say this with all due respect. There are some people I wish I had never said hello to.
Right.
I tell you, man.
There are some people I wish I'd have never got their phone number. I wish I'd have never told them my name. I wish I would have never let them know. I wish I'd have never played in front of them. I wish they would have never saw. I wish they had never come into my life, and I wish I ain't never walked
Right.
into theirs.
Right.
But
I agree.
just I mean, I say that for real. I'm like, I don't want nobody to know I know you. Like it's that
Right.
bad. But
That's why
to
it's
have it,
important. You gotta watch who you hang out with, bro.
You're right.
listen, man, listen. I'm gonna tell you what. The majority of my problems came from females in church. I'm just being real. I'm just telling the truth.
Word, bro.
I'm not even lying to you. Some women
Allegedly. No,
alleged. Well, no,
Ain't
this
no
ain't
alleged.
allegedly.
That's the truth.
I'm saying this crap. That I wish I ain't gonna say no names, but I was just going through some real stuff. I didn't know who I was, but I knew who I was dealing with, and I thought maybe this is the barrel, that I'm digging out of because this is all I was worth. But when I found out that I could have better, I certainly went for it. Because Lord knows some of these people out here, when I tell you,
The
um,
devil.
I mean, I'm just being real. Like most of the people that was most saved and highly favored. I'm one with God, and they cost the most hell
Bunch
in
of
my life.
hellions. Yep, that's a fact.
They did. I ain't trying to be funny.
man.
It was bad. It was bad. I thank God that my air really works. It is so cold in here. Y'all give me a second. I'll turn this mess off. This is too
You
much.
cold.
So he go.
Yo,
Oh my
yo,
God.
it ain't no joke, man. It's the truth. Like you never know. It's the ones that's holier than thou to be the most hellions, man. It's
One of my friends told me years ago, he said the praise and worship leaders are the freakiest people.
next to the preacher's kids.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's true.
they are the most,
I
but
can testify, praise the Lord.
well, yeah, I know you can. I wouldn't even try to even battle that one. It is what it is. It's a lot going on.
Mm.
But yeah, it was really bad, man. This stuff that this lady said was just, again, it was just in too much detail. There was just way too many things that just
That's
sounded like
sick.
it was true. And this dude they went to try to put it was sterile because it was in a package, but they were trying to insert this lady what looked like a syringe. And they were trying to insert it into her to put an IUD. You ain't even a doctor, homeboy. You over here trying to put an IUD in somebody?
So you think he really did
I
that?
can't even wrap my head around that.
Listen to what I'm saying. It's just way too detailed. The stuff this lady said, I wasn't there, but I felt like I was when that lady was reading it. There was no way I could say, yeah, he did it. I'm not saying that. It's just the way she said it. This news reporter was reading from a piece of paper that the lady sent to them.
So yeah, that sounds.
And it was, well, let me go back over every, so you'll know. Now, Tracy, I understand. I get it. It's graphic. I get it. But they were saying that the girl got lured into an apartment. She went up in there. The guy put Puffy's face on. She was like, I ain't impressed with it. Puffy shows up with another chick and 3 other dudes. And they proceeded to try to rape this girl. They were trying to insert an IUD into her. So I guess what they was going to do, she wasn't going to be able to say she got a baby by it or whatever. And it fell out. And dude was like, yo, like, Puff, we can't use it. It fell out. Like, now you trying to be careful medically, but you still about to rape this girl. He's like, yo, we can't put it. He was like, yo, put it in, dude. Don't be giving me no hard time, put it in. And the guy was like, yo, like, it's not gonna work. He snatched it from homeboy, tried to put it in himself. It didn't work. So they put oil all over this chick, went and took a remote control, and they sodomized the chick.
Baby oil.
She thought it was like laced with some kind of chemical, whatever, because at the time nobody really knew what Puffy's infatuation with baby oil was, allegedly. So
Yo,
he found out that it didn't work. So he turned around and he put it inside the chick. And it still didn't work. So he went and put baby oil on her and proceeded to use a remote control.
A remote yo, that's some Twilight Zone type mess, bro.
Nigga, that's some straight up, we don't know nothing else, but that's some barbaric crap. That ain't even
weird.
That's but then to turn around and do that, and then you sitting up there, basically, what kind of power are you looking to have? And here's my thing, nigga, if you gotta go up here and rape a chick and you worth 300 something million, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta rape nobody.
Sure don't.
I had $20 in my pocket. I didn't have to rape nobody. You know what I'm saying? And I told y'all again, I ain't happy about the fact that some of them I was with, whoa, boy, if I could tell my 22-year-old self what this 51-year-old self knows, I'd be like, make that left, don't make that right. Don't you go, don't listen, stay home that day. Don't go, no. Don't, hey, don't go to that concert.
Don't do it.
Don't go. Don't you play them drums, nigga. Don't you pick that bass up. You got a deep voice. Don't open your calf. Shut up.
If you need that money, play and leave.
Leave. The last joint, last kick. Let that be your brakes while you put your car and drive. and get up out of there, bro. Don't do none of that. Like that's not what you want to do.
No,
But
no, you don't want that trouble.
it's bad. Like she was so detailed. She was so detailed. Like the way this news reporter was reading this joint, I'm like, yo, even if it was a lie, it's too good of a lie.
Yeah, too
It's too
detailed to be a
good.
lie.
Yeah. She said after they was done, they went and smoked weed, and Puffy was laughing, and he's sitting up there like told the girl, "I own you now." Like what? I own you? Oh, God.
That's just crazy.
If he
Hey, Miss
does
Tom,
get off,
Bruh, I can't see him get. But let's be clear. Let's be real. Let's be upfront. It might not happen for Diddy. Now I'm looking at the color of the skin. So Donald Trump got off after 300 some odd counts of treason, right? He got off. Now he's being, and next month we're gonna look at this orange fool's face again for running for president. But I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. And Luke from Live Crew, we laughed at him. They called him nasty. They said all this other stuff. But Luke said, Puffy, you went and made a whole bunch of derogatory statements about that Ciroc company, right? You said they treated you like a monkey, and you was being treated unfairly because of the color of your skin. So, people follow Puffy, right? So the moment that Puffy went against Ciroc and told everybody that he was treating them like whatever, their stock went down. You messing with these white people's money.
right?
So when the stock went down and they told you shut up, and you went on saying, "Nah, I'm getting ready." You now here you go again. You addicted to power. You thinking you're gonna go against these white people? They said, "Okay, give us a second. We're gonna pull all your covers back and look at what's going on."
bro. And as you can see, if you take their money or you do something to try to get them out of power, and you not one of them, look at what happened to Bill Cosby.
Bruh, Bill Cosby got all them people against him because he had a check going to NBC
NBC.
to try to buy that station. Because let's be clear, Bill Cosby and Saturday Night Live, those were the two shows on NBC that they never had to put another show on NBC ever.
That's crazy.
And Saturday Night Live just celebrated 50 years. Bill Cosby was on for what? Was it 13 seasons or something like that?
It was a long time.
And then he came back.
And
he
had
a Cosby, another show.
Yeah, he came back, and for a couple of seasons, he did it again. And he said, "All right, I want to buy it." They was like, "No, you're not." They was pulling women out the works that I was like,
"You're not taking
it
from me."
That was 49 years ago. You old as dirt, and you up here trying to talk about this man tried to drug you. First of all, why are you sending your white daughter up to a room where a black man is?
In those days.
She's 18 years old. Why are you sending her up there, mama? You should be in jail just like all them other parents that was messing around and sending their kids over to R. Kelly. You should be all you niggas need to go to jail. Everybody. Leave the kids alone. They're traumatized. But the parents and all y'all need to go. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And Joseph C. What's that boy's name that played Lisa? What was her name on the show, on the Cosby Show, the oldest daughter, Lisa Bonet's character? What was her name?
Denise.
The guy that played her husband from the military, Joseph C. Williams, is that his name?
Yeah, Martin.
He tried to go and say, "Yeah, I did notice some things." Nigga, you ain't been in nothing since Martin. You played. You went on Martin for one joint, and ain't nobody ever seen you again. Y'all laughed at Homeboy because he didn't have no money. He was working over at Trader Joe's.
Right.
Elvin. And Elvin, yeah, and they laughed at him, and then Tyler Perry picked him up and said, "Yo, come work over here." He was on Power, and then he was not Power Empire,
and he
went on Empire. Yeah, he went on there, and then Tyler Perry picked him up. But they asked him, they said, "Do you believe he did?" He said, "Mr. Cosby has never done anything like that in front of me. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'll see y'all later. I got to go to work." And that was the end of that.
Bruh,
but
I'm gonna be real. next to Virgin Mary, that dang Felicia Rashad, bro, whatever she say is like Bible. And
Let-
she worked with him through all of these years, and she totally told us like that's not even who he is. That's not his character. So I believe what she say.
And not only that, but she ain't got a reason to lie. She Felicia Rashad. She ain't got, and y'all
Right.
know she gonna open her mouth. She ain't scared to talk. Her and Debbie Allen are two women that ain't scared to tell you nothing.
Facts.
You know, they ain't scared to. If somebody did it, they gonna be like, "Yep, he did it. He tried it with me. Yep, he did it."
Mhm.
But they literally, and you know why? I don't believe Bill Cosby did any of that stuff simply because of the fact that he didn't have to. Now, here was a black man who had a lot of money, who had a lot of power. And the bottom line was they got upset because he went to them Jews and told them, hey, Viacom, I got something to tell y'all. I got it right here. I'm buying all of y'all. And they got mad and they tried to put now, this is how we know it's a lie. Let me ask y'all a question. Where are these women at now?
You don't hear
That's what I thought.
nothing, bro.
That's what I thought.
Nothing.
They're not nowhere. They're not nowhere. And this is the part. Yeah, I'm getting ready to hit this. Tanya, how are you, sweetheart?
I'm good, honey. How are you?
Hey,
I'm
First
okay.
Lady.
You're
Hey,
here now.
Lori.
I feel better. You're here now. Thank you. See, I'm
Mhm.
being nice today. See, I'm
I
being
spoke to
nice.
you earlier, but I don't think you could hear me.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. Hi,
Yeah.
hon.
Yeah,
Hi,
I'm being
sis.
nice.
I
And,
see you
and
Hi,
the
being nice,
pastor is
honey.
here too.
Hey, Pass.
I'm gonna write it on. I'm
Pastor
gonna write
J.
it on the list. You know, you only got a few of those days.
But hi, Tanya. How are you? It's so good to see you on here. It's always good to have you on here. Thank you so
Good,
much, Tanya.
good to see you, sis.
What you
I'm,
laugh for?
I'm content in knowing that I will not ever get the same hello that you just gave Tanya.
Oh, no, let me do it. We base bros, bro. You get a different one. You get a different one. We base bros. You get a different one. Everybody gets a different, but y'all know y'all can't get the one that Tanya. You should never want the one that Tanya
Don't
gets.
want it. Don't want it.
You should never.
That
But see,
part.
what'll happen
No.
is once Brent gets on here, then Tanya forgets who I am.
No, I
That's fine.
don't. I don't do that. Why would I do
Wow.
that? I don't
Avery,
do that.
Avery. I've known you longer, sir. I was there when your father had the Interfaith Crusade choir. Come on there, buddy. Come on. Come on.
Not
In
I
the
was there.
word, yeah.
I
In
was
the
there.
in
I was there at 20 South Arch Street. Come on now. Come on. Let's
the
go.
words of Robert De Niro, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
No.
I've missed you guys though. I've missed you guys.
We
Yeah,
We
miss
miss
Justin,
you
it's
you
good to
too.
see
too.
It's
you,
good to see
man.
your
I'm
face.
glad you're on here. We know you know, trying to keep people from hitting their heads against the wall and all that. We get that. We understand.
Well, I mean, 2 weeks ago, the bass my bass guy Jay Clef, we got tickets to the tour to go see K Bass.
Yeah.
So they were in Brooklyn, so we went and saw Kenny Diggs, who played absolutely amazing, and
Yeah, he's
that
an
bass
amazing
sounded
dude. Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
hung a
It
little
was
bit after, and then
and
last week I was sick. My wife gave me something, and I was just in my bed knocked. So I'm still a
yeah,
little sick.
well,
I'm yet holding on.
we got more to talk about. You said something about the tour. I have a question.
Ass.
Uh-oh.
I watched clips.
You be
Uh,
nice.
Keep breathing.
I think
Keep
I
no,
know.
I am. This is not going to be a show tonight where I have sat on my little balcony over here, and
Oh, I
I
know
am
what it
at
is.
peace. I
I
am
know
at
what it is.
peace. I am at peace. No. I am at
No, you're
peace.
not, bro.
Not this.
Yeah. I'm
Not this
gonna.
right.
pose.
I am.
JC Penney's pose.
I am. Y'all remember those when you used to take pictures at the mall?
Oh,
It used to be like, or the choir album pose. Yeah. I don't know who we were looking for, but that's what
they
it
was
was.
looking to the hills from what's coming to
No,
hell.
they were like, Jesus, you coming back? You coming?
Yeah. No, really, what they were
I'll
saying
catch
is,
you.
are you here with us? Because we don't feel nothing. But anyway, let me shut up. I'm being nice today. But I saw some of the clips. Kirk Franklin is my boy. in Dallas, Kirk came backstage with us, and he and I laughed and we had a good time. I saw some of the clips, and they were doing Imagine Me, right? And I was sitting there looking, and the movements this guy was doing, I'm like, okay, the outfit he had on, the
You
bell
look like
bottoms
James
and
Brown.
you were at the concert. I haven't been to either one. I'm not looking forward to going to either one. But Justin, what you said K-base, but I know you saw what was going on. What did you feel about that?
So I actually went twice. I went the next night in Jersey because I wanted my son to see it. My son is a musical prodigy, and I want him to get exposed to this stuff early. So my mindset is plant seeds so that God can start giving him visions early. So I don't want him to get exposed to that magnitude of a concert I don't want him to wait until he's 15. I want it now so that he's like in his brain building up to it. So I invested and I bought tickets for me and my whole family, and we're like, let's go to Jersey. So I got off work the next night, we went. But here's what I would say. Musically, I'm the musician in me. I can love music and I enjoyed the music. The believer in me was not moved at all. It was a great show. It was that. It was a show. There were couple moments, where I kind of felt the spirit. I think, and this was probably I felt it before because I saw the clip when Fred Hammond sang "Running Back to You."
That's right. I remember that. I remember that.
I almost brought it to tears.
Both nights, I almost cried. Both nights when he sang it, because it just does something. Just their song is just so.
And
great.
I was about to say, was it more so because at that moment it was just Kirk playing piano and Fred singing? There was no additives, preservatives. There was no whole lot of fluff or whatever. It was just that one moment where Fred was being transparent on that part.
I think it's the song.
It's the song.
It's the song.
Because they all sang something with just Kirk, but it didn't hit like that. That running back to you, that just,
it tears you up.
It
tears you up. I wasn't a Commission fan at all. I used to, when they first came out, I was like, man, forget them. They trying to be like the Winans. I don't care nothing about them. But that song, that Running Back to You and that Victory song, those two songs right there used to wear me because Fred was killing bass on that song. So I was like, this is cool. But
the musicianship, the guy, the band, they did great. Jay Drew was on drums. He did great. The guys, the crew, they played the show. They did an amazing job. I'm never going to take that from them. A lot of people said they didn't enjoy Yolanda. I enjoyed her. The tone of her voice is like, for me,
she still got it. She still got it. She still got it.
The tone of her voice was.
Did she do any songs from her first album?
Huh?
Did she do any songs from her first album?
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like she should have did some of her more popular songs. With he had a Ken Smith bass. Jesus, what was that record? I can't remember the name of it.
You talking about Anthony? You talking about Anthony, right?
Yeah.
The one that passed away.
That was a heavy bass album. That was a heavy bass album.
Yeah.
90s. So, but she didn't do any of those songs, and she did some of the slower ballads, the ballads that, but I was like, come on, do some of the other stuff but she didn't do any of those. She had a pretty cool set. Yeah.
Justin, hold on one second. I had to do this real quick. Hi, Tanya. It's good to see you again, Tanya. You all right, Tanya?
Hi, sweetheart.
I don't know why Avery's laughing. I have no clue, but it's okay.
Kev said he felt it in his spirit.
I felt I had to interject that, but I'm not being funny. That's Avery that keeps laughing. I
don't know. I feel like you like him laughing, honey.
No. I ain't even thinking about him when I'm
He
talking to
doesn't think
you.
about me. He talking to you and him.
He hears me. But
I felt it in his spirit.
it's a whole nother thing. All right, Justin, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I think it was a phenomenal show. I mean, it had energy. It had energy. But it was a show. I mean, and for me, I guess maybe I'm a church baby. Tanya, Kevin said hi.
Right. Like we can't hear him.
I gotta hear it. I tried to keep going.
Confirmation right there.
Yeah. It's great energy. It's a great show. They're meticulous. The computer crashed in Brooklyn, so they didn't get to close it. Yeah, the way they wanted to. So it didn't. It crashed.
See
in
what I'm
Brooklyn.
saying? See now,
And
hold
so-
on, wait, time out. See, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
See that's what I'm talking about. That is not who we are. That's
Right.
not who we are.
No, it's not.
We are not, and I can only go by what I know. I can't go by. When I played with Jodeci, we had no computers. When I played with BBD, we had no computers. They had one, but it was more so just for the introduction. But Maze, we had no computers. We were not known for computers. We took something that the world was doing, and it looked like it worked for the multitude of people to come in. We like the lights, the LED, the smoke screens, all this stuff. You mean to tell me they couldn't close a concert because a computer crashed?
So now they didn't do the closing like they would have done it, but they did the songs. They just didn't do that. They did they got this whole Michael Jackson ending and thing.
I'm glad that didn't work.
I'll say this. And
that part's corny. That part's corny anyway. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, no disrespect to anybody, but I just feel like we should not have to take gospel.
That's right.
And put it on top of
secular.
Every R&B, it's like it's always something. It's like, come on, we let the music be what it is. Like you don't gotta change it. Like it sings for itself. It speaks for itself.
Man.
I just don't.
The most anointed show they did. I'm saying it. I'm gonna say it again, and I'm saying it until I can't say it no more. When Ty Tribbett was on that last one, they had no choice. They had no choice. He broke script every chance he got.
That's anointing right there.
Every chance he got. They had a whole program. Because if you remember, Ty had that accident where he split his cheek open.
Yep. He sure did.
And he had a mask on.
Yep.
And he went out there against doctor's orders. That was enough. People were going nuts when they found out what happened.
Listen,
yeah.
And he was.
I went to his Only One Night tour, and my wife got it for me as a graduation present, and I was front row. And from beginning to end, I mean, it was awesome. Musically, it was great. I felt God's presence.
He got it.
Right.
He got it.
Right.
Listen, he came here, and his whole band wasn't here. They had to use people from here.
I saw it
because remember that's when that cyber thing happened. And they lost flights and whatever. He came here. Eric Moore played drums. They said Eric Moore wore that concert out.
Sometimes Eric Moore be. Let me shut up. Okay.
You're not gonna do that. Whatever that was. Hi, Tanya. How you doing? Good to see you.
Sorry.
Tanya,
Eric is my boy.
Oh, okay. Hi, Kevin.
Eric is my boy. You can't do that. But he had to learn that whole show in probably 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
The good thing about Eric is he has an immaculate memory, but he had to learn that show. And they said that he played that show like he was doing the tour himself. Like they said he to a T. But I think when Ty Tribbett was on that tour is when they had no choice but to allow. I can't stand when people say that. Let me reword that. They had no choice but to follow
God. The Holy Spirit.
God at that point, because there was absolutely no way
Yeah.
that you was gonna get Ty Tribbett to fit a program like that. He's never been known for that.
No
Right.
You
way.
know, he can have a script. He can have a script, but he ain't gonna follow it. And
No.
you
Never.
hope. Here's the thing: you hope he doesn't
He
follow
doesn't.
it.
Right.
You hope he don't, because he's not. You
He's
know,
never followed script. Even
No,
before
no.
when he was Tyrone Tribbett. It's
I
like,
play
we
with-
late, we
Bruh.
got to go.
Tyrone Tribbett.
Now,
I played with them. I played with them a couple times. We got put out of churches because Ty was jumping up
Sure
on podiums and stuff.
Listen,
They was
I-
rebuking my man.
we was somewhere and he was walking out and it was like, Ty. I said, Tyrone. He stopped. He said, I knew it was somebody who knew me. Nobody called me Tyrone.
It was Tyrone Tribbett and Greater Anointed.
That's what it was.
GA, who was that?
But seriously, like my whole thing is it's like, for example, Kev, Frankie Beverly, there's not much changes y'all made to the music.
We couldn't.
You don't need to.
We couldn't.
Sit down and do a Hawkins song. I'm not about to play. I ain't mad at you on top of Is There Any Way? That don't make no sense.
No.
It's not needed. You know what I'm saying?
Because I feel like they think, like what you're saying, Justin, I feel like they think, or whoever's producing the show, whether it's Kurt or whoever it is, they think they got to put this extra stuff for it to get attention. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Get
Kirk
attention.
is the bad boy of gospel music.
Oh,
And that's not good. That's not good. That's not
That's
good.
what he is.
That's actually bad.
But it's also saying that when the Lord gave the Holy Spirit gave them these songs, that this wasn't enough. Let's add something else on top of it to get people's attention. And that part is where I have a problem with it.
Right.
It's the money.
That's sad. It's sad.
I'm gonna tell you now.
You
go
can't
ahead.
rely on just what the Holy Spirit said. I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry.
No.
You
You're
preaching.
right.
Go
That's
ahead,
right.
Pastor.
How you doing, Titans? Here's the reality of it.
Tell myself.
Here's the reality of it. And I'm gonna go back a little bit. Justin, you're in New York. Tracy, you got some people in Virginia that were monsters at gospel music, right? The reality, this is what I feel. Whenever you feel, I said this on a post, and I'm gonna say it with the music that we're talking about. You not taking care of yourself is you telling God that what He did ain't good enough.
Come on.
And I have one more thing. I got one more thing to say when you finish.
Go ahead.
I feel the same way, and we talked about it before. I'm a worship leader, right? So I don't like stems because it keeps me here. I don't get to allow I don't get to say that verse again because I feel like the Holy Spirit said say it again. Is it for me? Is it for somebody? I don't know who it's for, but the Lord is saying to me, I don't have the comfortability to do what I want to do in a song. Not to say I want to go all outlandish, but if I want to go a little longer,
I don't believe stems. I might get put out for this. I don't care.
We miss you.
I don't believe stems are for praise and worship.
I don't believe they're for the church at all. I don't think no
church at all.
No.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. I mean, I get it. This, it makes the show a time regimen.
That's the word. It's a show, and that's the problem.
That's it.
That's the problem.
And now here's the bigger thing. And again, no shade. Now, when the computer crashed, all right, cool, let's sing it live. But the vocal mics weren't up because they hadn't been up.
Oh, okay.
The whole night.
Now you're exposing
them.
Right.
So now it's like, okay, like you singing melodies from heaven and blessed in the city, blessed in the field. And it's like, it sounds like the vocals suck because the you ain't got stems.
And I'm surprised because Shelby 5, they really can sing.
They were there?
One of the brothers was one of the background singers. I think one of Mark Moore's sisters. Well, Mark Moore's sister is one of the background singers. They got some beast singers. They can sing.
Yeah.
They wasn't pushing their vocal mics because they was the stems. They were tucked underneath the stems.
It's horrible, bro. It's horrible. That's not what we're known for. We're not known for that. Gospel music is not known for that. We're not known for that.
Yeah, and it goes back to you saying that what you're saying that me being able to sing and lead is not good enough, or the Holy Spirit is not going to be good enough for me to carry the song. I got to stay within this box, and I can't stand it. And then one more thing, and I'm done. Well, for a minute. Some people, and I won't even name no names because I love these people. I love the people I'm looking at them. Kevin's gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. You can't play without the stems, or you can't. I mean, literally cannot play without a click tracker. And I'm like, it's just shouting music. It's just shouting music. We don't even need music at this. If we got a thigh and a stomp, like what are we? What are we doing?
I was driving. I was actually in VA, DC. I had to drop a resident, and I was driving back, and I was listening to like some of the older gospel music and some of like the older Motown, and I was like, this is not computer. That's somebody playing the bongo.
That's right.
That, and I'm like, that's what it. And then I thought about you guys, and I'm like, that's why they have a percussionist. That's why they have multiple guitar players. That's why every element.
Yo, the percussionist was the NPC.
See?
Yeah.
Come on. That's right.
Bro.
Rodney Plummer, like, come on, human click track, bro. Like,
this is why my two favorite albums, not right now, but in that time, was Fred Hammond's "Speak Those Things" and Israel's "Another Level," because they had a full there was no stems, they had vocals, they had horns, they had their own percussion. It was just a full band.
Now, I understand stems in the session. It locks you in. It gives you, if you're recording an element of dance and movement, you don't want to sacrifice the vocals for the movement. So you put stems in. I get it. I understand it. But like, yo, if we have a church on Sunday, shut those stems up. Let's have church.
Minister,
or stop being lazy, work on your craft, and don't suck.
Well, here's the reality of it. The bottom line is that we have not only accepted the world.
Wait, roll your eyes again, Justin.
The bottom line is we have accepted the world's outlook on how to do music, and then we've also inhabited their mistakes.
Yeah.
So when the computer falls out and we not singing, now we got to sing. Now we hear the excuses. I've been singing every night. I've been going to different climates. What I know about a voice is a muscle. The more you exercise it, the better it'll be.
Absolutely.
So at this point, what you're giving me is a bunch of excuses and what you consider reasons, but you're giving me excuses as to why you won't sing. Here's the reality of it. When we stop trying to be like what we're not and be who we are, that's when we can show the difference. That's when we can show the difference. I can show you that I can sing with a cold.
Right.
I can show you that I can sing with no stems. I can show you I can sing with a toothache. When you look at Albertina Walker, Shirley Caesar, all them people, the Barrett sisters, Dorothy Norwood, and all those people, Danny Bell Hall, and all those. When they were singing, they didn't have a choice. You had to know how to sing back in those days.
Yes, you did.
You had to know how to sing. You had to know how to come out of a situation and come into you had to know. And the bottom line was a lot of people are relying on what can break. Man-made products will break. Computers will crash. I don't care how new your computer is. If it's running at a certain speed and it's too fast, it's going to slow down or it's going to stop. If it gets too hot, it's going to stop.
If that processor cannot take the information that's flowing through it, crash.
My question is, how really or how much are these gifts that they have God-given gifts?
Because this is what I know. They are God-given, but here we go. What you're telling God is what I got to do. You're not good enough to help me do it.
Right.
So I have to rely on a computer to let me know when and this is what I'm saying. Kevin, be nice.
PG.
These people get on my nerves because, I tell many keyboard players, just because you pushing a space bar doesn't mean you are a musical director.
That's the truth. That's
You
so
know, just because you hit the play start button, or just because you got an iPad, just because you got a whole network around you with cameras everywhere, doesn't make you a musical director. Just because you can come in, because one thing I know about a musical director is you know everybody's part. But when you don't know
everybody.
everybody's part, when you
You
can't
not a
tell
me.
people how to play, you're not a
It's
musical director. The other thing is you don't really know how to play the song. So instead of you try to add to the song to dumb down the song so you can sound like you know the song. When in actuality, you don't really know the song. I just went through this a couple of weeks ago, and they were trying to do this tribute to Frankie. Of course, now everybody want to give him a tribute when he's dead. You know, y'all should have did all
makes
of
no
this when he was
sense.
alive and well, walking around.
I
But
can't
Amen.
stand it.
they want to do these tributes, and these people kept saying, Kevin don't want the club version. Hell no, I don't want the club version.
Right.
There's a club version.
Just no. What they're saying is that the club version is we don't do the song right.
Oh,
Right.
it
Right.
We
is a
don't do
Frankie Beverly
it's
song.
Right.
it's not the right tempo. You're not
Mm-mm.
saying the nuances. I didn't say be Frankie. I just need you to sound like you listen to Frankie.
The record,
I
At,
didn't
at
say
exactly.
least a
be
little
him.
bit.
I didn't say be him. You can't be him. They're one. You can't be him. But I'm asking you to at least sound like at some point you listen to how he sang it. You listen to how he played it. And when I'm talking about the tempos, that's too fast, y'all. Bring that back. Well, no, Kevin don't want the club version. No, and I'm not beating nobody up. I'm just saying you're
Right.
looking at a
Right.
person that spent hours learning how to do this music. I'm not gonna come and be with y'all and be like, well, yeah, we can mess it up now. No, it's in my
No.
blood.
And
Right.
see, that's
You
why
know,
I thank
I have a
God for
I have a
people like you, Kev, like for real, like you and Terrence, because and Chris too, because you taught me to listen to the album. And if you're not playing it like the album, you're playing it wrong. I get irritated when I hear other musicians, other drummers playing before I let go. Because it's not
right.
right. It's
Mm-mm,
it's
mm-mm,
irritating.
you know what a
mm-mm.
pet peeve of mine is and I guess I had to grow and understand this. And I don't have perfect pitch, but I have relative pitch, right? I can't hear songs outside of the keys that they're recorded in.
Listen
Yeah.
here.
I just can't do it. But then people just like, oh, they're just not comfortable for me. So we're gonna change it, right? You could just adjust to me. But for the purpose of the song, the the tone of the song
It's
is
written there for a
intended
reason
for that key.
But that's
And
only
when you take it out of that key, you take away the nuances of
of
the
the
of the
song.
song.
and the melodies.
Yes.
Bringing it down
It
here.
changes the whole frequency. Everything has completely changed because you changed the key. Trust me, I'm going through something right now. Play for a church, and they can only do songs in the key of C and G. Now, check this out. I'm playing on a
Jesus.
keyboard that I could not find transpose. So, Sister Girl had to learn it like it was, playing it naturally.
But
At
that's
first, I wanted to cry, but then I was like, you know what? This just made me stronger.
right.
Yeah, right.
It
Practice.
really just made me stronger. And so now I'm like, okay, great. I don't need this transpose button.
Mhm.
I can flow and be okay. But thankfully, it is not a church we would normally go to, so there's not a lot going on. Um, but
But that's a
yeah,
lot of gospel
I can't
artists too. They
stand.
do that.
I cannot stand. Oh man,
They
yeah.
lower the keys. Like it's like the album just came out 2 weeks ago. Now you playing it in the you know what I'm saying? Like
I have I have a friend and she's a singer, and she's amazed. She will literally call out a song and I will give the key and she'll pull up the record and be like, "Oh my God, you're on the key. You're on the key." I can't hear it outside of any other key.
And my thing is, if you can't hear it in that key, if you can't play it in that key, if you can't sing it in that key, if
We
you
probably
can't,
shouldn't be doing it.
you shouldn't be doing the song anyway. If
Right.
that's the case,
And
you know.
that's exactly the point. that
I
album.
think if you're old, if you've been singing it for years, your voice is going to change. You get older. I understand that. But when you're singing a song and the album just came out last week, and then the song is in E, and then you're doing it live, and the song is in E, E
I,
flat.
I because a lot of R&B. Well, no, I can't say I definitely some gospel artists too. They'll change the keys of their songs from their younger days and whatever.
Yes. Yes.
And I'll be there. I'll be like, yeah, that started. I'll be like,
that ain't it.
I got the perfect people. When I was with New Edition, Ralph was like, y'all gonna have to, man, I was 12 when we did this song. I can't do that song in that key no more.
But he never changed the key though. Can you stand the rain when they do it live? It's the same key that it was when they recorded it.
Some of them are not the same key. Because he just
can you stand up?
If he tried to do Candy Girl in the key that it was originally written
that song is
he would have to be castrated first.
His nuts will be on his shoe.
And that I could like, well, yeah, y'all was little kids. I get it.
Yeah,
but
that's different.
Now y'all are grown men. That makes sense. But it's like he said, like, yo, your album just came out last year. Why you can't sing? Why you singing it a whole step lower?
Justin. Is this thing? Let Ralph try to do that now. Please try to do that right now. I want you to. I want you to sing that song in the same key.
Which song?
Huh?
What song?
Used to be mine when the tricks were down. Is this the end? You know that song? Girl, can't you see how I feel? All these feelings that I feel are real. Oh, girl, can't you see I need you?
No, go to the other part.
I can't. I know what you're talking about. I know. I want him to try it. I'm
Please
not.
Try it.
I'm gonna try it.
I need what I got. I can't do that. No. But yeah. But we have to, and I asked you, I went to that question because you were talking about, just how the show was. And, I just feel like a lot of times we just need to basically just really pay attention to what's real about it. And overall, it's just becoming a thing where it's like, I don't know. Let's move on from that because I have 105,000 million things.
Kev, I'll say this again. One, it's a heavy ticket. It's a heavy ticket.
I'm sure it is.
It's a heavy ticket. You got Kirk, you got Fred, he got Keith Staten, he got Summer Commission there. You got Marvin Sapp,
Marcus Cole,
Mark Sisters.
Yeah.
Keith opened up.
Marcus Cole is there?
Yeah, Marcus was with Fred.
Yeah,
Marcus and Keith.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's a heavy ticket because you got a lot, and you trying to squeeze all of it in. So they were doing pieces of song, and I was just like,
It was that fast?
It was like legit singing.
It's like studio.
Tanya's back. Tanya's back. How you doing, Tanya? I don't think you should come off anymore.
I'm sorry. I put one of my friend's daughters. I put one of my friend's daughters on punishment. I did. She don't even live with me. She's not even my daughter. But
takes a village.
Takes a village.
That's pretty cool. Let's go back to this. Hey man, we talked about this earlier. Oh, would you please shut up? Tracy, that thing went off again.
I almost said this call is being monitored and recorded. I almost said
hey, Justin, Avery, we were talking about Dak Prescott. So did y'all hear what that fool did?
I don't know, but they got their butts kicked on Sunday.
My God, that's so crazy.
47-9. Did you at least pinch the bit? I'm just kidding. But hey, man, he's getting fined $100,000 for throwing an illegal interception during that game.
That's chump change, bro.
A few.
No. He listen. It's chump change, but now they're ready to get rid of him. My question is, if they get rid of him, where are you going after they found out you done threw illegal interceptions? What team are you going to? First of all, you're the worst quarterback known to man.
Oh,
But
wait,
now,
Oh,
No, I
you
can't say
Ha-
that. Mm-mm.
let's
I
let's
think,
let's define illegal interception.
yeah.
okay. So he threw a ball in the end zone
On
that
purpose.
it was 3 times. You're right, Tony. He threw it in the end zone, and it was almost like he was throwing the ball away,
Mm.
right? Because he was about to get sacked. But when you look at the playback, the time that he threw the ball, there was nobody near him.
Ooh.
So he did it on purpose.
So he did it
He was-
on.
Jesus.
So he did
3
what? What are you
times or
saying?
just one?
he did it for some money.
Yeah.
Well, he did it for some money, but he losing money too. Now, Avery, you said it's
Yeah.
chump change, but here's the reality: it's chump change on his contract now. But if they get rid of him,
He gonna
that
Yeah,
ain't
get
chump
got it.
change no more. That's a very big thing. So, I just want to say that the Dallas Cowboys is the worst team known to man. They call them Americans team,
That's not
and I don't know
nice.
where they got you from. No, I'm just being honest.
I'm just
Um,
glad that you said something, brother, because
Yeah, they are the worst team known to man. And I just told Tracy
I thought the
earlier before
Raiders
everybody came
were.
on. No, the Raiders are not. No,
No.
they're not. No,
The
they're not.
Cowboys have not been good since the 1990s.
Boy, they ain't won a Super Bowl since Yahoo. They ain't
They
been
ain't made the
since that
playoffs.
first
They
game.
made the playoffs maybe 2 times in about
Yeah,
24,
they are the
25
worst. They are the absolute worst. They are the worst. They are the worst. They are the worst. They are the absolute worst. They have been people are still following. I just saw on TikTok not too long ago. There was a guy that was watching the game and he had high hopes even at 47-9. He took the whole TV off the wall and threw it face down on the floor and just started punching the back of it, like breaking the glass and the lens, the whole nine. He was just, and I'm sitting there going, they're not going to come here and fix your TV after they lost.
Yeah.
You got to go pay a whole nother $3,000 something for that huge television because they lost. And you should be used to them losing. The shock is not if they lost. The shock is if they win now.
No,
That's the shock. You're going to be sitting there like, wait, they won?
but we
Like,
always call it. Everybody calls it out when they're gonna win and when they're gonna lose. They always start off good, and then they always lose the last
they
couple of
are
games.
the worst team known to man. They are. Tony, I think I'm going to go get me another burrito tonight. That burrito was good. I'm
Man,
sorry.
I don't want you to
I'm
do
sorry.
that. I don't
That
want you to
burrito
do
was
that.
phenomenal. I mean, it was
No.
full of steak and
No.
chicken and cheese. All right.
She
I was
said,
just saying, I had to tell you.
I don't want you to go get another one." She said, "No."
His food can't be that important. It can't be that important.
Yeah, it is to
He
me.
be doing a little over.
Translation, Kevin, I love you, but you and burritos don't do well for my
Did it have rice in
The
it?
Good Samaritan version of
Yes,
that.
yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, it did, Tracy. It had rice and cilantro.
I
It was
had a feeling it had rice in it.
phenomenal.
Let me tell you about that rice in this man.
I would say,
That
no,
man
no,
would
no,
eat
no.
rice.
We being nice. We being nice, right?
Okay.
Hey,
Trust me,
look.
I probably love rice more than he does.
I don't think so.
Really?
And I never seen you
On
eat other
God,
grains.
I eat everything with rice.
Do too. I
I
do
bought
too.
him a rice maker. That's been the best thing since sliced bread.
I want to tell you that the Lord has been with me the whole time.
The
It's been
whole
almost
time.
a year now, and you wait for 7-8 minutes, and it's nice and fluffy, and it's phenomenal. And the grain, you can see every grain. It's not mushy. It's just all perfect. It's beautiful. Thank you so much.
What are y'all
I'm
geeky?
so-
and I get called that all the time, Geechee. Always. But my thing
Geechee.
is,
Yeah.
I was raised, especially by my grandmother, to eat Carolina rice with everything. I won't.
What's
Eat,
Carolina rice?
that's the name brand of the.
That's the
rice.
name,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
that we
okay,
used to
okay.
have. It
Carolina
was
rice.
it was that way. I was going to talk about these Diddy things. I don't want to go back into that. That was just I just feel bad for
That
that young
story
lady.
was
But
long. That story was long.
the story was long, but it was so detailed.
so
I'm like,
detailed. It
you
was.
cannot tell me that somebody sat and conjured up this story.
It was
That was,
detailed.
and can I be honest with y'all? Real talk, like no shade at all. Can I be honest? I believe every word.
Yeah, nobody gonna make
Because
up something that long. And
bruh. He already has over 100 counts of sexual assault. You gonna be looking at a jail cell for years. Yeah,
But here's
they
the,
need. You
here's
know
the
what?
part,
They need to let him out.
here's the part.
They need to let him
Here's the
out.
part that I get scared about. When they put too much out, it messes with the grand jury. And when they do that, they can throw things out because they've leaked things out that they shouldn't do because now it sways the vote of for the grand jury. So now Diddy's team will probably see that they want that this to be thrown out because this
They're
is
gonna
all
drop some stuff. They're gonna drop some stuff. They're
yeah,
gonna drop some stuff.
She put her real name out there.
She put her name. No, listen, Tracy. She didn't just put her name. She put her name. But after she put her name, she turned around and started naming other people.
She had a John Doe 1 and 2.
John Doe 1 and 2. But then
KK, which is his assistant.
His assistant,
also,
yeah,
her
she's
initials are
telling.
KK. Yeah,
she got witness protection. Because
I don't know, because that's crazy.
Diddy,
But I'm gonna tell you who's really going down though, and I said this earlier. She filed the suit against him in 2018 to 5 different institutions, different agencies, and nobody did anything about it. So now Internal Affairs is getting ready to go after these dudes. So whoever she filed this lawsuit with, by the time an IA gets done, when they finish, mad people going down. And you know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say, yeah, well, we didn't say nothing because he pulled out his wallet. Yeah. They might have got threats. We don't know. This is alleged. I ain't saying he did it. I'm just saying it's just too detailed for this not to be the truth. Somebody, a deaf person couldn't have heard it and still would have believed it.
The only part
that's why I asked earlier. I was like, really?
It's like 3 episodes of this thing, but the only thing about it that makes no sense to me is after everything went down, after she called the police somewhere else, went back to the super glue fell in my purse, so now my wallet and my lip liner are stuck together.
That means it's closed, so now you can't buy nothing. Thank you, Lord.
I got it part. And then so she said, she went back to the house because she hadn't had her purse. She couldn't retrieve her purse, keys, all that stuff. Went back to the house. The guy, Shane, or whoever it was at whose house she was originally at, he said, "You don't need to be going nowhere. You should just stay here." And the girl stayed. That's the part I'm like, wait, after all of that, you stayed? That's
what was said. But now what I believe is that ain't the whole story, because sounds to me like somebody was forced. It sounds to me, and
well, they weren't giving her stuff back. You're right. They weren't giving her stuff
back. She was probably like, yo, I need my, and they telling you, well, yeah, she came back. No, she came back for her stuff because she had a phone.
Keys
and
clothes.
Because she didn't want them coming back to where she live at and finding them there. And now they're gonna try that again. I say again, these dudes was trying to insert an IUD into this young lady.
Yeah.
And the guy told Puffy that it fell out, we shouldn't use it. And Puffy was mad at the dude, took the syringe from the guy and tried to insert it himself.
I'm trying to understand what an IUD is.
The IUD keeps them from getting pregnant.
Oh, Jesus Christ, have mercy. I mean, okay, I figured that's what that was, but I was like, where are they inserting her? I just couldn't understand that.
They had her on her back.
Wow.
And they were trying to force the IUD into her.
So they held her down?
Yes.
That is terrible.
That's horrible.
And Puffy said, oh, since we ain't using that, he took a remote control.
Yes, he did.
Bro,
and then then they all ran a train on her.
So you're a bully, like, dude.
So like, who hurt you?
They sat
Right.
back and see. That's what his mother don't want to say. See that now. Come on. See,
What did he
The
watch?
mama
his
got on the phone
mother.
with the lady. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
His mother is a person talking about, I don't believe he did. This is not my son. But the reality of it is, I bet you if they sit you down long enough and they hear about his childhood, I bet you somewhere along the line, something done happened to that boy.
Like
I
R. Kelly.
believe that too.
Something
And
happened. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
believe it. I believe it. I
Something
believe
happened to
something happened
him.
with him at Uptown Records too.
Yeah. Well, I told you I was there when that happened. My mama went with me. So when before it was up to
I'm
Andre
glad she was
Harrell and all
there.
of them was there, my mother went with me, and my mother told all of them, I'm telling now, if anything happened to my child, I'm killing all of y'all.
Amen.
I'm killing
Right, Aunt
all of
Lorraine.
y'all. I'm killing all of y'all.
I would
Andre,
have did it for mine.
Andre Harrell went under the table and said, y'all let me know when she leaving because I don't want to see that lady no more. He went under a table. He under the executive table. He was like, I'm not coming back up there.
Amen.
And all the fellas from the band, they was like, Miss Lorraine, we promise we ain't never gonna let that happen to you.
Auntie don't play.
But the reality was, I'm glad that my mother did that because at the end of the day, I don't know what could have happened. I love Devontae to death, but what I heard that he was, slapping people in the executive offices and I'm talking about he was doing this to Timberland and Missy, all of them. He was going around in the executive, slapping them in the head. Yeah, I'm the man, blah, blah, blah. Dude, that's not how you lead people, and I mean, I'm just saying we have to be very careful because, and here's the reality. I believe that even after you've done a thing, if you live a humble life, there's a chance for your forgiveness. I believe that. But when you walk around like, so what, I did it. That's
I'm untouchable.
That's the problem.
that's when it happens. That's when it happens. I've gotten into many of fights before, and I had to what did she say?
She said his
No,
grandfather
no.
and grandfather were gangsters too.
Oh,
they both
and they both saw it. That's right. See what I'm saying? See what I mean? Yeah, they abandoned him at 15. That's where he got his. Well, I mean,
ways. Wow.
that's and to me, it's like okay, even with Suge Knight, I was like, because everybody knows when I went to LA, I wanted to know the culture of LA. I wanted to know how does all this work. And when I found out with some of these, DJ Quick is another one. When I found out some of the stuff he went through, I was like, Lee. So rap hip hop was a way out for them to express it, but it was therapy too. It was like, I'm telling y'all, I ain't want to go through this, but this is what I saw.
And I'm telling the story. That's why I hate rap today, because them niggas ain't saying about, they ain't talking about nothing.
No. Back in the day when, I think it was Kwame said, back in the day, we wasn't talking about money. We wasn't talking about girls. We wasn't talking about, we was talking about? We was talking about new dances. We was talking about stuff we saw on the street. We was talking about black awareness. We made our money telling people stay black. That's what we made our money on. Grandmaster Flash was another one. I don't think he was as good as a lot of these people, but it was just what he was talking about. You couldn't
Public
deny
Enemy
that,
too, bro.
To this day, you know what I'm saying? But the way these guys are now, it's like, I don't know. I feel bad for them, and they're only operating in what they saw, So a lot of them are just, really, honestly, I've never said this before, but this is a means for them crying out for help. Like, I don't know how to deal with this. Guess what? Having the money ain't helping me. It's showing you who I am visibly, because now I'm in the limelight so much you can see my flaws as well as my strengths.
Yeah. Do you believe, and maybe I'm getting a little too deep, that God loved Diddy so much that he had to get him to stop so he can get his attention?
I'm gonna tell you what.
I believe that God tried to stop him before and he wouldn't listen. And so
I believe that too.
That east wind of judgment is on Diddy right now.
Yeah, and I hate that but let it be a lesson to all of us. We are all one decision away.
Yep.
from it all going away. We one move away, one thought. Let me go to this real quick. Now that we talked about that, there was another young lady that came on and said that Diddy went to a specific church. We're not saying who it is.
Okay.
But he went to a specific church and bought the pastor a brand new car
After that,
and went and said, you know, this is what and Diddy's mom and you know, all of them were at this specific church. We're not saying which one it is. It was in Brooklyn, New York. We're not saying what church it is.
shut up,
But he went
Kevin.
to this church and he bought the pastor a car. And you know, there was some things that were going on and it just looked very fishy.
I really
Listen.
want to know. I'm scared to find out who it was.
I'll send it to you later.
No, you're not. Hi, Tanya. How you doing? Don't get ruined, Tanya. We're doing good now.
I want to be wrong. I really want to be wrong.
Yeah. Hey.
You didn't finish the thing though.
Look, well, let me say this.
So am I right?
Oh,
Oh Jesus!
And we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
Is there any love? Do you love me?
Yeah. No, what are you talking about me? Yeah. He said he do too.
I want.
Why Jesus?
Yeah, we're just gonna leave that alone. Justin, I think you're coming back. But yeah, it's been a lot said. The guy, the rapper Shine, right? I don't know if y'all
That's more
saw
Diddy
him.
talk.
Yeah, he's a Muslim now, right?
Yeah, he's a Muslim. He actually took the fall for Puffy.
Sure did.
10 years.
Mm-hmm.
For 10 years. And this
What
man
would make
came
you
out.
do that?
Well,
He was
yeah.
forced.
Well, he was being loyal too, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because what Puffy did was made him believe that he was going to stand by him the whole time. And listen to this, Tracy. Puffy didn't visit him one time.
He pulled a Donald Trump. Oop.
He didn't visit him one time. He didn't come on there and he didn't stand for him when Shine went to trial. Puffy never showed up. Then they made him to whoever his lawyer was tampered with and basically told Shine, don't mention Puffy's name at all. Don't say anything about him. So he did 10 years for being a gunman for Puffy. 10 years. And this man came out and said, I forgive him. He ruined my life, but I forgive him. He, you know, I don't ever have to talk to him again. I don't have to see him. He ruined my life. He never came to visit me. He didn't send me a letter. He didn't send nobody up there on his behalf. He didn't do none of that.
I ain't getting that on my books.
And that dude could rap his tail off. Good
he was
God.
supposed to be next after Biggie, though.
Biggie, yeah.
He sounded like him.
Sure did.
He sounded just like him. So when Biggie died, Puff started pulling out Sean like, yo, you the next one, you know? And when he pulled that trigger and shot that dude and went to jail, they gave him 10 years and Puffy never looked back on this dude. Never looked back on him. So all I want to tell y'all is y'all got to be careful who y'all hanging with and loyal to, because everybody that is sitting up there that you crossing oceans for, they won't cross a puddle for you.
Sure won't.
They will not. They will not cross a speck of rain. If it's a drizzle outside, they're not going out for you, but they want you to stand in the middle of a hurricane for them.
They'll scream Hosanna and then crucify you the next day.
Yeah. They ain't waiting until the next day. They're gonna do it at 11:59 before midnight. They're gonna crucify.
Hosanna forever. We love you. We worship.
You know, they're not gonna do it. So I just think did he just? I I
Did
just don't see
it.
no hope for this guy. I'm hoping he some way somehow gets out of that. Um, Big Meech was released from jail.
All that. That's what's up.
Yeah, he got out. He was supposed to go to 2026, but they released him early, so he's out now, and I know he get ready to start singing in a minute. He gonna be like, all right, where that mic at? Y'all give me about 10 people. I don't need no whole big audience. I just need a lot of valuable people here because I'm getting ready to sing. What else do we have? God, Lord, there's so much going on out here. Good Lord. I watched something on YouTube. What's today? Wednesday. So Monday night, I was falling asleep, and YouTube puts up stuff like if you watch one video, it'll go to the next one, and oh, man, this just broke my heart. It just tore me to pieces. There was a 12-year-old and a 16-year-old and a 19-year-old in Jacksonville, Florida, that killed 3 kids, and they dumped the car in a river 5 miles away from where all of them are, and come to find out that it was a gang that they were involved with. But the 12-year-old boy was in the car. He didn't know what was going on. He was just doing everything these other kids told him to do. And so when they all got picked up, please hear this, they were questioning the 12-year-old, and his mother was in the room while the cops were questioning him. The little boy said, I don't want to talk no more. My life is ruined. I don't want to talk no more. And so the mother got him to talk a little bit more. So finally, his story was the one that they were really relying on in the case during the investigation, because he just felt he couldn't lie. And he just felt so pressured. He's 12 years old. He didn't even have a shirt on. They had to give him a jacket. He had on some sweatpants and some socks, but he was locked up at 12 years old, right?
So sad.
So when they turned around and they questioned him, they said, all right, we're going to let your mom talk to you. Watch this. But after your mom is done talking to you, she has to turn herself in.
Why?
Because she had warrants for cocaine.
Well, Father.
So the whole time she's in there trying to talk to her son, she had to leave the investigate in the room that they were in. She had to leave and go and get processed, and then she was arrested.
Jesus.
So she couldn't even she couldn't fight for her son to get out because now she's brought up on charges. You know what I'm saying? I was sitting there, I sat up and I looked, I was like, could you imagine trying to
too much
seek
in one day.
shelter from your mom, and now she can't even hold your hand through it because now she has 3 counts of drug possession that she got to go into the women's prison for, because now she got to try to get out. But she kept telling him, once I get out of here, I'm going to try to help you out. They held all 3 boys. They were all being tried as adults.
Man.
So none of them were sent to a juvenile detention center. They were all sent to prison.
Oh,
my God.
At 12 years old.
You will never see the light of day ever again.
They not even, and what I saw on it was they were basically trying to give this young man changes in his case. But the prosecutors, you black, man. I'm sorry, bro, but you black. They don't see your age. They just see your color.
Your color, yeah.
And if they could do Emmett Till like they did, it's not something that you're gonna be able to really deal with, And I just felt so bad. I sat up in the bed. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Your mother can't even help you because she in jail. You know what I'm saying?
So he's basically a product of his environment. Like
I mean, if she going to jail,
father was.
oh no, You know,
He ain't
normally
had
I
no
say,
daddy.
well, let me say this. And I said I'm going to be nice on here, so I'm going to say this the right way. Um, I want it to be known that sometimes it's not always that the father is not around because he's not a good person. Sometimes the mother is not a good person. And the reality of it is, you cannot always blame, nobody did it on here. You cannot always blame the man for not being there if the mother made it hard for him to stick around.
That's true.
You cannot. I did not say he was right. I'm just saying, let's look at it for the facts
Different
that
perspective. Yeah.
if he didn't have a father to show him and say, listen, son, that's not the way to do it. We don't know what kind of mother she was. Now, if she's being brought up on cocaine charges and racketeering and all of that, then he's living by what he saw. My daddy not here, but you're the blueprint. Okay,
Right.
you a criminal. So
He don't
now
know
I'm
better.
sitting here. He's this is what he had. Now, Lorraine Stansel Lawson didn't do everything right, but I just believe that nobody else going to heaven, that lady going. But she didn't always dot every I and cross every T, but at least she was a blueprint. I don't know what it's like to be lazy because my mother went to work after she went up on all these stages or whatever. She came home and went to the school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? My mother didn't have men running out the door every 5 minutes. That's not who my mother was. She didn't get along with my dad, but I used to tell her all the time, he couldn't have been that bad, you laid with him. But at the end of the day, the reality of it was, I built my own relationship with my father. But at the same time, my mother is a God-fearing woman. So there's still convictions that I have. Although, I'm not perfect and I don't look at nobody else and say, well, I ain't perfect. You ain't perfect either. No, there's still work that needs to be done in me, but I still had a mother who believed not only in God, but she tried to do the right thing as much as possible.
Yeah.
So I can't blame Lorraine for what Kevin does. No way can I blame my mother for what I've done wrong. I can't blame. She used to ask me, well, Kevin, I noticed you like older women. Is it because I didn't do something right? I'm sitting here going, no.
It's just your preference.
Not anymore.
You know what? That's all it was. But now I'm looking at this one and I know she's not older than me, but I just did it a lot of times. But I say, like I said in the beginning, I'm being nice about it. But there's some of y'all I wish I had met. Because
I'm with you on that.
Lord knows, I just wish I had never met. And I guess this is a product too. A lot of people keep hopping on and hopping off. But the reality of it is, I've said this before, and we could talk about this. Tracy, I'm pretty sure you can say something about it. Tanya, I'm certain you can. Avery, I know you can.
Dang, was I that bad?
No, no. I ain't talking about you being that bad.
Oh.
But a lot of my problems came from people who claim they love God.
Yeah.
A lot of them came because you know what happened? You love God, but you didn't deal with your personality.
Right.
You loved God, but you didn't know how to treat a man. You didn't know how to approach a man. And then what got me was there were a lot of people who had names for me, had names for you, names for all of us. But the reality of it was you can't be so quick to call somebody something. But at one point in your life, you thought enough of them to give them the most precious part of your body. You know what I'm saying? You have to be very careful about that. You have to be very careful. You can't say that, you caused me to do. No. There are things that we did that you were a consenting adult. You knew what you were doing,
Yes.
So when I hear brothers all the time, yeah, she got pregnant on purpose. Nigga. She can't get pregnant if you didn't show up. Her name ain't Mary. And if it is, it's not the Immaculate Conception. What are you talking about? How did she get pregnant on purpose? She just, I'm pregnant. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I know life and death is in the power of the tongue, but it don't work like that.
No. I'm so tired of men doing that. You got to stop blaming a female for you doing what you want to do, and now you want to be mad at her because you don't get your way with her. You can't do that.
Or get mad because she don't want to get an abortion.
Yeah, bruh. You can't sit up here and tell me that you're gonna blame this woman because you listen. I know plenty of guys, and I'll be laughing at them. I'm like, are you really getting ready to sit there and tell me that woman got pregnant on purpose? You idiot. I'm gonna be nice, but I just think that's idiotic. I think it's
Very much so.
completely.
It's actually narcissistic.
It's
How
you.
Bobby
You.
Like
Jones
I
say,
have nothing else better to do but to get pregnant by you, and I force myself to do it. It's my
Well,
fault. Like,
all I do know is that Bobby Jones would say it's not the woman's fault; it's yours.
Take him back.
She did.
no, let him stay.
Listen,
Let him stay.
she didn't get pregnant off osmosis. She didn't get pregnant just by thinking about it. You went to her house, didn't you? You did. This is Dr. Bobby Jones and Nashville Supercrime Case. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was a party before, but it's getting ready to be an event now
praise ye the Lord.
because we done got another one on here.
What's up,
Um,
prophet?
So it's about to be a party now, Tanya. Tanya, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Tanya?
I think
Are
she
you there?
frozen now.
Yeah, she's froze.
Yeah,
I don't know what's
he's
going on.
frozen.
So, all right, we're gonna let it free. Brother Brent, what up, homeboy? What's the word, man?
Hello. Ain't nothing on the word. Same shit, different day.
Well,
Praise him,
there you go.
everybody.
All right. It's a party now. We've been waiting on you, Doc.
You've been waiting on me. It's been
Yeah.
a crazy day in Xanaxville. So, aka Neiman Marcus. But you know,
Yeah.
I am here.
Did you
Yeah,
say
because a lot
Xan?
of
Did
these
you say
women are on coke, they're on meth, they are on Xanax, they on every other type of anxiety and stress medication, and their husbands don't love them because they're probably sleeping with their secretaries, and they come just to waste my time. But it's been a great day. It is still the day that the Lord has made, God damn it. So I choose to rejoice and be glad in it. Shit, for
Hallelujah.
he has made me glad. I bless his name on tonight. How's everybody doing?
Hallelujah.
Oh boy, it's always something. Well, Brent, we have talked about quite a bit.
Did we talk about Cissy Houston's death?
Oh no,
Okay.
we didn't talk
Lord.
How
about
her
that.
body finally caught up with her mind?
Oh
Oh,
no, oh
No.
no, oh
Okay.
no, oh no.
She was 91. What else were we gonna do? There's so many people grieving. Like, what else was she gonna do? Make another album? No, let's get over it. She was
Oh
91.
no.
She's
you
gone.
gotta go.
You came in here hot.
Congratulations. Let's go.
You came in here hot.
Oh no.
Were we
Oh
expecting
no.
her to be at the Grammys this year? I mean, what? Like,
No.
she's now back with her husband and her baby daddy. Come on, let's
Oh
go.
no. Oh wait. No. Oh no.
Yeah, come on now. Everybody knows she's stupid to pass a New Hope. That's old
Oh,
news.
Oh my
That's who
God,
Michael's
Jesus.
father is.
oh,
Okay.
oh no. Oh
We
no.
weren't talking about that though. What were we talking about?
No. We
She
weren't.
said make
You
another
sing it
album.
background with Donny Hathaway again.
Oh no. Luther too. Yeah, she up there with everybody. She up there with
With all the
everybody.
girls.
And Aretha.
Except
And Aretha.
Dion.
Aretha
She
too.
with all the girls.
Aretha. She there with her too.
Well, we
I
might
don't.
be in hell, but that's besides the point.
Oh no.
You
Oh
know, Rita was
no.
a bitch.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. All right. Well, we would like
Come
to
on,
thank y'all
Kevin.
for
You grew up
joining the
with some
Good
black people.
Samaritan.
You know all my stories are real. Come
Yeah,
on.
well, this is what I'm saying. I believe you. That's why I'm saying,
Brother.
oh no.
Mm.
You
Come
know,
on.
when I played with Patty LaBelle, she made sure I ate all the time.
I
That lady
love Patti
always made,
LaBelle.
yeah, she just always made sure I ate.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was always cooking something. Kevin, did you eat? Yeah, go back there, baby. It's something back there for you. Go ahead. You know who else did that? Tremaine Hawkins too. Shout out to
And
Tremaine
Tremaine looked like she
Hawkins.
could really cook.
She made this pork chop dinner that was just phenomenal.
Oh my gosh. So
Still
you ate
remember.
Tremaine Hawkins pork chops?
Wait a minute. Hold on, man. Wait.
That didn't even sound right, though.
It
Yeah,
didn't sound right.
he knew what he. That's why he
I
got that
just
smirk on
repeated
his
what you
face.
said.
No, whatever, nigga. You meant to say it like that.
You ate them chops.
Tanya,
That's what he said.
how do you feel about him eating Tremaine Hawkins pork chops? Were they smothered or were they fried?
They were fried. Thank you.
They were smothered in
It
gravy.
wasn't roasted.
No.
Or were they
No.
raw? Or were they raw?
Because I know that well been dry. You know, Edwin wasn't eating them. Walter, I
No.
mean.
But listen, Tanya.
Okay.
This is
Hi,
not that
honey.
kind of show. Thank you. All right. Thank you.
Oh God.
No, Tremaine she was cool. But some of the other ones
Miss
I've
Tremaine
heard.
is me, and I'm okay with that.
No, Tremaine did shoot. First of all, the whole Hawkins family, they were nothing but nice. I
Yeah, they
understand
really are. They
they were
really
the
are.
nicest bunch of people, classiest bunch of people. Most times people talked about them was because they were hating on them. They didn't do nothing to them. They were just hating on them. So, but now back to the Cissy Houston thing. I heard Cissy Houston was a piece of work.
She was.
She really was, dude.
She really was.
And I think there was a little bit of aggravation, but at the same time, I had the pleasure of playing for her maybe twice, but thank God it wasn't specifically for her for an event. She was on an event for somebody else, and they asked me to play for her, and I did it. And she said one time, she said, "Bring that bass up. That boy sound like he know what he doing a little bit. I don't know him, but just let me see if he know what he doing." And I turned the bass up and I said, "All right," because in my mind I was like, I got something for you. You come over here one more time, I got something for you. But
Sissy was a piece of work, but she required and demanded excellence. And that's
yeah,
because nobody in the world or in the music industry had an ear like Cissy Houston. Like we could talk about a lot of stuff. We could make all jokes all day, but the woman knew her stuff up until the day she died.
yep,
And the thing about it is that a lot of background singers and a lot of vocalists studied Whitney Houston. And I don't know one soprano today that did not get some type of influence from Cissy Houston. You see what I'm saying? And
mhm,
so like she was a lot to deal with, but how many people can actually say they toured with Elvis? Like, I
yeah.
mean,
A
the
lot of people
woman's
can't.
resume
It
is
speaks
better
for
than a
itself.
lot of people that have awards today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Like, and then not to mention the greatest voice of all time came out of your womb. Whitney
yeah,
is nothing but just a reflection of what Sissy almost was had she not gotten pregnant.
yeah.
So it's
You,
like, I don't know.
we can call people what we want to call them, but at the end of the day, you can't deny their prowess as it pertains to their gifts. And there are a lot of people that we don't know. They said Prince was a workhorse. Like he spent hours and hours and hours rehearsing. He's one person. Him and Michael Jackson are two people I never got the honor with, but the stories that I've heard from people that I know that have worked with them, um, you know, they got better in rehearsals. Not even the shows. The shows are what they were, but they got better in rehearsal. When I was with Blacksheet and Guy, Teddy rehearsed for 12 hours, and people be like, "Oh my God, we rehearsing for 12 hours." And I said, but that's how we know who he is, because he spent 12 hours rehearsing, 12 hours going back over a song. Even with Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg said, "I just want to thank Dr. Dre for making me do one part over 150 times." But the truth about it was consistency breeds success, brother. I mean, you can sit up here. Some of us here, we did it one time. Whoa, I got it. But the perfectionists are the ones who have the millions because they sat there. They're up when people are asleep. They're up when people are up, doing the same part over and over and over. Tanya's heard me record. She's heard her son record. And she can't stand the process because it's like you keep doing that same part over. But we're just trying to make sure it's right. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I know about being right, a lot of people can't do what we do. A lot of people couldn't sing like Sissy. You know, when I heard her do that high part on the Aretha Franklin song, hey, da 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 da, that's that, you know, that's Sissy singing on there.
Or ain't no way.
There ain't no way. Yeah, it's like I mean, come on, man. You know, Aretha Franklin's resume is one to not ever be tarnished by foolery. You know, I mean, and they were part of that. Luther Vandross is another one. You know, these are people who didn't use stems.
I think that's the problem too, Kevin, is that I know so many, and we all do, and for the studio audience, we know so many arrogant people who can't even sing on pitch if you put the note in their mouth. But you require all of this stuff. You require all of these accolades. You require all of this acknowledgement, but you don't even know the words to Amazing Grace. How sweet the sound.
The
What
second
key
and
is
third
it in?
verse.
Or nothing like
They
that.
don't do
And
it.
then you have a nerve to be a diva. No, the reason why I respected Sissy is because she had the resume to be a diva. She had the resume to be difficult. She had the resume because she came through the school of the hard knocks.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
She
Right.
was
Sweet Inspirations.
disciplined.
If you really go to YouTube and listen to that stuff they was doing, like,
You can't
come on,
mimic it. I bet you
you
can't do it. I
cannot
bet you can't
mimic
do
it.
it. You can't make
She
no, you
was
can't.
very disciplined.
Somebody
Very.
said to me one day, Kevin, just wish you had some arrogance because the way you come off is like your resume. I said, well, let me tell you why I'm not arrogant. Number one,
I actually know a different
um,
side of you. You're very arrogant. Actually,
you
Oh shoot!
was that person okay?
that, first of all, y'all know that's a lie. He's lying. Y'all know I'm not like that at all.
You know, all of my stories are real.
Yeah, but I'm nowhere. Tracy doesn't believe it. Tracy knows I'm not like that. Tracy knows.
That's
Avery
because you don't
knows
know the
I'm not like
20-year-old
that.
No, he ain't
Kevin.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. No, I'm not. But I told him, I said, let me tell you something. I said, the reason why I'm not arrogant is because electric bill. I got to take the trash out. I don't have nobody doing it. I have to pull my pants up just like every other man does. And then the other thing is that what you have to understand is that I know that my elevation came from humility. It didn't come from arrogance. Because the truth is, I can play better than a lot of other people, but other people that I can play better than have gotten in bigger doors because of their humility. It wasn't because of their gift. They were able to walk through the door. And so, yes, I'm getting ready to redo my resume right now, and I look at all the places that I've been. I look at all the people that there are people I played for that a lot of people didn't even know. There's soundtracks that I'm on that a lot of people didn't know I was on. But the reality of it is that to become arrogant means that I no longer want to be elevated. You know,
True.
to become arrogant means I no longer want the opportunities. I no longer want the doors being open. So I'm going to stay this way because I would have never got to where I am if I was arrogant. Now I do know I'm good and great at what I do. That part I don't need help with. But at the same time, I also understand that I have to believe in what I have and who I am because if nobody else does, I have to.
You have to.
You
Right.
know, and I believe that's what sold a lot of the opportunities for me to be able to walk through the doors because of that. Um, but like you said, Brent, there are people that I know that are just completely just enamored themselves. And I'm like, why? You know, I didn't know anything about you till I got here. So that lets me know everywhere else I've been, they don't know you. You
Great.
know,
So
they don't
let's
have,
name a few. We have.
oh God.
I'm just playing.
But like my mom is one of the most phenomenal sopranos you're ever going to find. But what kept my mother leveled, I believe, was not only her relationship with God, because that's first and foremost, but she just always kept it in her head. This could all go away in 5 seconds. All of it. It could all go away. If you get sick enough that you miss an opportunity, you could lose traction. You know what I'm saying? So,
Wow.
my mother
I
has
wish she would have
sung.
been on. I'm sorry, Kevin. I wish she would have been on because I wanted to know from her standpoint, like, what being a soprano, what does Sissy's contribution to the music industry, what has it meant to her over the years, as well as being a fellow New Jerseyan? Like, what did it mean to her? Like, where is she in her emotions, her processes, because I'm sure there's some type of influence from Sissy to your mom.
Mhm.
So I
Mhm.
wish she would have been on because I wanted. That's one of the questions I wanted to ask her. Just like how was she like? I don't know.
And I believe you still can. I think the thing with my mom, though, if I could be like just transparent 1 second, I can't speak for my mom as far as what she feels about what she's experienced, but I remember when I went to the recording at the First Baptist Church in Nutley, New Jersey, and my mom did touch somebody's life. My mother was, I don't know, 20 years old, 21. And she was a little bit older than that because I was of age. I wasn't even like 7 or 8 yet. But she sang that song, and Reverend Lawrence Roberts was in affiliation with Sissy Houston and James Cleveland and all those people. So they all knew my mom, Benny Cummings, and what's the lady's name? Oh God, Danny Bell Hall, and all of those other people. They knew who my mother was. And so I'm pretty sure there's some coalition somewhere, Brent, about that. I'm certain that even if it wasn't a hands-on in your face, we right here breathing the same air type thing. I think there was something because, I got to be honest with you. My mom listened to so many people. She didn't hear them. She listened to them. And, I believe, especially like you said, fellow New Jerseyans, the church community in New Jersey is very tight knit. It's small, so everybody knows everybody. And I don't mean just by oh, that's Lorraine Stansel. They say that's Lorraine, right? You know what I'm saying? So I believe that a lot of that had, something to do with it. Which again, I just believe that Sissy Houston had a whole lot of influence. What I don't like about some gospel artists is they will take the attitude, but they won't take the lessons. You understand what I'm saying? They'll become a diva, but they don't take, I'm pretty sure if Sissy could really speak right now, I hope nobody hears her, because if you can hear her, I'm out of here. But if you can hear what she said, I'm pretty sure there's so much to her. You cannot be anointed and not have had trouble.
That's true.
You can't. She was around during the racist Jim Crow days. You know what I'm saying? When, you couldn't sing in certain areas. You had to go to an all black water fountain. You couldn't go to the whites only water fountain, He was around when Martin Luther King was strong, live, and trying to get equality for black folk, So that's I'm pretty sure, there's some people that teach you what not to do. Some folk teach you what to do, but there's some folk who teach you what not to do. But she was, like I said, from what I saw in the 2 times that I was around her, I didn't get the diva. I want it right. That's all. That's not divaism. That's excellence. You know what I'm saying? So, Scott, are you there?
I'm here. Good evening, y'all.
All right, man.
Hi,
So,
What's up,
Scott.
man?
Forgive me for being off camera.
Scott,
I am
Yes,
just
sir.
getting in the house from the rehearsal for tonight. Lord have
Yeah.
mercy.
how did the body look?
We're not going to see the body. The casket is going to be closed.
What body? What? Who we talking
Sissy
about?
Houston. We just talked about it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he was doing. I mean, he was.
Why they
Yeah.
not get the bot? Well,
Go down there to Wiggum and tell me how she looked.
Listen, if Carolyn got anything to do with it, she's looking right.
Yeah.
But as for Elder singing, she didn't realize she was singing until tonight actually earlier today, I told her to come to rehearsal. And she's like, for what? I said, because we might need you to sing. She's like, I'm not. And I was like, you are. And so she came. She is going to be singing tomorrow.
Who said that?
Lorraine.
Yeah, well, there you go.
So, yes, she is singing tomorrow.
Now, my mother only lets y'all talk to her like that because she knows you mean well.
Oh, no, don't worry. I'll
she
get
don't
fussed out at
let
some
too
point
many
later.
people do that.
Yeah, I'll get fussed out about it later. I don't really care.
Yeah, but one thing I know her is she knows when to turn it on and when to turn it off.
Oh, for sure.
But one thing, yeah, she's and see that I'm glad you said that. I really, like I told y'all, if ain't nobody going to heaven, I really believe my mother gonna get to see somebody up there. Because the stuff she does now, I'm totally different. And she told somebody, I tried to deal with Kevin as much as possible, but at about 12 years old, I let him go because I just, that was it. But she's very much so. My mother's into the business, but she's also into hearts and souls too, and sometimes it's not about the money, it's more so about the event, and she's looking at it like, obviously they need me for something. Lorraine Stansel breaks ice in funerals. She really does. And a lot of times y'all don't know, my mother was sick as sick could be, and she will get up there and sing and then wrap herself up. She'll go home. She's been that way, but she is a part of that legacy. Like Brent was saying, she's a part of the Whitney Houston, Cissy Houston, all of those people. My mother's a part of the Clark sisters legacy as well, it's pretty cool. So I didn't, we went that way because we were talking about that. Actually, Brent started that. But yeah, we're grateful for that. Hey, Brent, can you hear me? I don't know. He stepped off from me.
Yes,
All right.
I'm here.
That hey Brent.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to cook and talk to y'all at the same time because I got a plate.
It's all right. No, it's all right. It's all right.
No, I heard hey Brent. I get scared when Kevin does that.
Oh, Dr. Scott, don't do that to me.
No, I'm not. It's not you. I'm worried about.
Tanya,
what Kevin's going to ask you to say.
Tanya, that is not nice.
That's not nice. That's not
That
nice.
is not nice. That is not nice. So Tracy, yeah, Brent, we had a little bit of a discussion. We got to go back because I always like to hear Brent's take on this stuff.
Oh Lord.
Brent, there was a young lady that came forth with detailed. This is not made up. It can't be detailed rape charges allegedly against Diddy, but this is not something for the faint at heart. It is in detail. This was scary. Like, this was really scary what this lady was saying. Okay. And basically she said that Puffy and a few of his entourage, they raped her, but the way that they did it, they basically went over and they sodomized her with a remote control. They tried to put an IUD in her. And the IUD was it was dropped, out of the sterilized bag. And one of his people told him, we can't use this. Now, I don't know why he was trying to be clean when he get ready to do something dirty. But Puffy was arguing with the guy and tried to take the syringe and insert it himself. And it didn't work, so he proceeded to use a remote control, threw baby oil on her, and went and basically they raped this young lady. And after they were done, they went and smoked some weed outside on the balcony of the apartment where she was. And Puffy laughed and told her, "Yeah, I own you now." And it just went left. So I just want to get your take on that. How do you feel about it?
I mean, okay, so there's a lot of different things. First of all, how high do you got to be for you to even let that happen? Like, what are you on?
Well, this is what happened. She was lured into the apartment by somebody who tried to impress her with Puffy's presence by calling him on his FaceTime, and she was like, "I'm not impressed with that."
That was a month later. Yeah. Sorry.
A month later. So she the guy called her back. He said, "Listen, I just want to invite you up, and she was, okay, I'll come up with you, but you just know I'm not impressed with none of this, but you seem like a nice guy. So I'm gonna go ahead and, talk to you." And the next thing she knows, a couple of minutes later, it's a whole entourage of people that came in.
They took her clothes off.
She tried to leave. She was telling them, "I'm gone. Look, I don't want nothing to do with this." They forced her down when they proceeded to do these things to her.
And when was this supposed to happen?
28. All right, Brent. So here it is. 2018, she filed a rape charge to five different agencies. 5 different agencies. and neither one of the police did anything about it.
Even the day that it happened, they called the police or a neighbor because he heard all the commotion.
He heard what was going on,
Didn't know,
right?
He didn't know who Diddy was. He's
What state was this in?
white man. Oh, hey, this is in New.
Hey, Mr. James.
New York.
It was. I think it was New York. Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
I say
It was in
something?
New York. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I say something in this?
Mhm.
It does not sound off color for one having been on these sets with these different people, not just on the music side, but on the acting side. None of this sounds off color for some of the craziness that would go on under the guise of, oh, we're just having friends over, we're just having fun. It's not far-fetched that any of this happened. And it's also not far-fetched that the police did not respond, because what ends up happening, especially with cases like this, when you got these high-profile people that are doing underhanded stuff, they've got a lot of people on payroll that are working within these departments.
Can I say one more thing? I'm not sure if Kevin heard. Apparently, he didn't hear. I'm not sure you did. Maybe you didn't hear the whole thing. But when she was during all the commotion, the whole backyard thing, and they started turning on each other because she was talking like, I'm gonna say something. And her people trying to give her money. One of the guys was like, listen, I'm an undercover cop.
Exactly.
And that's where when she called the police, that's probably why they didn't do nothing, because they already had somebody on her. That was who was one of the Jane Does. He was one of the Jane Does.
Here's the question though: was he really one of the Jane Does, or was he told to say that? Because
no, this is her story saying that Jane Doe 1 raped me, and then she had a deep. When I say the story is so long,
Scott, if you hear this, it is not.
I've heard the whole thing. That's why I said some of it sounds convoluted to me, because even with these people that are in there, sometimes you got to play. Everybody plays the fool sometimes.
Good word, Scott. Convoluted. I like that.
Sometimes you have to forgive me in my I told y'all I'm tired, so I start using words. I'm sorry. But when you have these people that are on your payroll, every now and again you've got people that are paid to be the decoys. So while I know y'all saw Bad Boys
Shine.
Right. I know y'all saw Bad Boys 1 where they had the guy that was actually a cop that was working with the drug dealers that were going in, and that wasn't like falsified. You know, Hollywood really gives us an inside look at what's going on. Yeah. And the guy ended up being a decoy that got killed. He really was a cop. And he was like, you know why you're here, right? He was like, yeah, I'm a decoy. He was like, you are. And then he turns around, he pulls out a gun and he shoots him, and he's laying out in the middle of the street. And the guy then gets on the phone, calls 911 and say, officers, I just saw a policeman shot in the middle of the street. That's the distraction.
Real life.
So yeah,
I'm telling you, Hollywood, they really will personify a lot of what the crap that's really going on.
Right. Yeah, he may not have been a real cop, but at the end of the day, they never did come. They came and they did nothing. Like they did nothing at all.
Get in the bed.
Oh, handsome.
Get in the bed.
Sad.
That's handsome.
It's sad though that somebody's life has been ruined for all these years.
Yeah.
Well, at least she didn't wait 30, 40 years.
Right.
The only reason why I asked too, what year did it actually happen? Because you mentioned FaceTime. So if this happened in the 90s or even early 2000s, FaceTime wasn't really out yet.
Yeah, this is 2018.
So wow.
There was a FaceTime in 2018.
Yeah, for sure. We've had FaceTime since 2007.
I don't know. It's so many loopholes in this story. I mean, first of all, I can't believe people still getting raped in the 2000s. Like that is so 90s. And then grown people. Like, I don't know, because if you wasn't impressed by FaceTime, for me, that would have been the end of the conversation, because to me, it's like you clout chasing now. And so then I would have been completely turned off from the gate. So it's like, girl, if you really wasn't impressed, no matter how much of a nice person he was, he's just using that for clout, and you fell for the bait. So yeah, it sucks that you were de-virginized. and you were sodomized with a remote control. Well, it's just so I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have nothing to say. I just feel like lock Diddy up. I mean, I don't know.
But
If
keep
he
in
has
mind,
these many charges, if he has this many charges, right? If he has this many charges, then the bottom line is that I don't really care what's going on. I don't care what's going on. The problem that I have with this country is they always claim that you are innocent till proven guilty. But what they do is they hold you until you're proven innocent. So it's actually you're guilty until proven innocent. Because if I'm innocent till proven guilty, then why am I being detained?
right?
That's that part.
And you know, he's had some coercion towards. He's been trying to contact witnesses and pay them off and threaten them and blah blah
Oh,
blah.
really?
Oh
Now
yeah,
that's
that's
the
what
part
they
of the
want
story
to
I
get out.
haven't heard.
Yeah, they don't
Oh
want
yeah,
him
oh
out
yeah,
for
he's
that
oh
reason.
yeah, oh
But I
yeah.
thought they seized all of his accounts. So how's he able to do that?
Well, he already
Well,
did this. He did it because he knew they were coming. He was just trying to coerce them ahead of time
he called
before
one
he
person like 54
because
times.
he was very confident. That's why he did he paid the house off. He did all these things ahead of time because he knew that this court was going to come up and he was going to ask for
This,
time
yeah,
away. He
yeah,
got all his kids' passports, including his, all together. Like he had packaged this thing up already, and so
yeah,
when he was
yeah.
confident that if I get out, I can continue to coerce or do whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do, but they were like, no, you're not going to do it no more because we've already known that you've already been trying to talk
Well, he
to
wasn't the only one
harass.
that was stepping down, but there were other people that stepped down from stuff that they knew it was coming, like churches. Let me shut up. This is a nice version of tonight.
No, because I still want to know who that pastor is.
Terrence. So
Yes.
it was said that Diddy went to a specific church in New York, and he bought a pastor a car, and some weird stuff was going on after that. And we're not saying what church it was, and we're not saying what pastor it was.
Was it even R. Jordan?
No, it wasn't her. I mean,
Oh,
him.
shucks.
It was a
No, it
church
wasn't.
in Brooklyn, Jesus.
Yeah, yeah. So all right,
Okay.
so we're gonna move on. So
I already know
yeah,
who it
so
is.
no, we're not gonna say who it is. No, we're not gonna say who it is. We're not gonna say
He
who it
did.
is. We're not gonna say who it is. But it's just weird
I'm just
that
crying right
all
now.
this stuff
All
is
I'll just
coming
say
up.
is tell of his goodness to you.
See what I'm saying? Y'all can't. See what I'm saying? Like you can't. We're not gonna say who it is or who we think it is. It's just
Say it again. It
allegedly.
said, in the high place I will
It's
bring down.
listen. It's an alleged situation. We're gonna move on from it because I really don't want to go no deeper than that.
The waves of affliction sweep over your soul.
Well, one of
Yeah,
them said after you done all you can, just stand.
yeah, but jeez. All right, look. So
You've been wounded, you've been scarred.
Okay, I'm
Terrence,
gonna ask a dumb question. What was the motivation to buy this pastor a car? What was
because he was well. First of all, let me say this: Puffy
He was in
did
his
go to one
pocket.
specific church. And he said that, when I come to this church, I noticed that all of y'all kind of look like me. I want to come to the church where I don't see nobody that look like me. Like the church is different. The church should be different. That's what he said. Now he did say that. Okay, fine. I'm not saying what church that was because that's the church they're talking about. I'm not saying what church that is.
Take that.
So
Just make it work.
he's been he been around. So
around.
Tanya, are you there? That Tanya,
You've
we
been
just
sold
saying,
out,
Tanya,
boy.
Tanya's always off it. I was
I'm
trying
right
to say,
here.
I was trying to say hello, but she just
I'm right
don't get it.
here. I'm right here. I'm just trying to
Okay.
get some medicine out.
Okay. So but yeah, it's very clear that there's a lot going on. Hey, Terrence.
Yo.
Quarterback Dak Prescott got fined $100,000 for an illegal interception, brother.
Wasn't it? Describe to me what.
See what I'm saying?
I got wait. I got one question. Avery, is he still calling your name?
Calling my name.
Can we, Tanya?
You know what? We're
Tanya.
gonna give you a second chance. Don't be doing that.
Wait.
Because I believe he needs you to survive.
You know what? I'm going down to Jesus'
listen,
name.
Listen. Tanya, you're not.
But you know,
We'll make a waste of time.
Don't
and I'm
encourage
glad
it.
that the power belongs to God.
You know what? Y'all are funny. I'm just trying to make it to that city.
You know what?
So I can scream, "Wonderful is your name, O Lord."
And I'm gonna praise you because every praise is to our. I'm sorry. Shut my mouth.
You know, every praise is to our God.
You know, I haven't
So
said
why don't we lift him up?
Because you know, when I was down and out, Jesus was the one that brought me out. That's
So
why
I got a reason.
I didn't say one thing.
I'm gonna go make these deviled eggs.
Oh
know-
You know,
Lord, we
I
praise
made
you.
some. I made some. They were so good. I gotta tell you about it.
Oh
Because your name is hallowed in this place.
Lord. I'm sorry, Pastor.
Boy.
99 and a half just won't do.
Lord.
Jesus only knows. He knows. How
But
much?
Jesus is
How
my
much?
help.
Christ did it
How
all.
much?
Christ did it all.
That's
We
why he's
can
my
bear.
help.
Wait, did he do that song?
Tracy, let's stay where we are. We don't have to move from there. We're just gonna let them
We
go ahead.
don't. But
We
you
don't have
know
to
No,
what?
move
we don't,
from
because
there.
Christ did it all.
Sunday,
not-
the Bears were live in London.
The Bears were like. Did they go to London? Oh, that's right. They They played
That's
over
the
there. Did they win over there,
problem.
Tracy?
That they shaking the house live.
Did,
I mean,
Tracy,
Isn't it from
did they?
Morehouse too? And Morehouse too?
mhm.
Okay, I thought so.
Tanya,
Don't forget
I'm
Toronto.
just asking. Look at
Tanya,
And don't forget
I'm
Toronto.
really laughing for
That's
Tanya,
right.
I'm sorry, honey.
Tanya.
Go ahead.
No. Hold on, Tanya. Here's the thing.
Okay.
If don't nobody else listen to me, you supposed to listen. If you don't hear me doing it, you don't do it.
Okay, I'm back.
So I'm glad morning when this life is over.
Scott, shut up,
I'm
man.
hang up, so.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. I
See,
just
So
want to.
I won't have
instead
to
of
talk
putting him
to
down, you could just
myself.
lift him up.
Or better yet, try Christ.
Because Christ did it all.
You make it better.
And now I am free.
You didn't really finish that whole sentence. What happened at that church? That they said that one of the people left the church and they haven't been seeing them since.
They
Yeah,
disappeared.
yeah. They
One.
They
one
disappeared,
person.
or were they made to disappear?
Oh, they did. That's right. And I'm not saying what that is either. No,
Right.
y'all love a confusion. No,
Why you bring it up then? You got people
He's the
upset.
I
author
didn't
of
bring
it.
it up. You did.
I was just sitting here getting water. You was bringing it up when I was
See,
getting water.
you see how that go, Tracy? You see how that go?
No, I was getting
water. I was
Listen,
See, that's the second time somebody did that today. I told you.
That's how I know.
I don't want no tacos, Kevin. Oh,
Oh no, we're not
I
at the
wanted-
end of the show just yet.
okay.
Terrence, where exactly are you going?
I am leaving Hackensack. I had to run it because I had left. Honestly, what happened was when we left rehearsal, I forgot that I had left the.
All right. Well, you know your Wi-Fi gonna be going in and out because you driving.
We
So
didn't hear anything you're
you
doing.
might
He
have
said,
to
I
wait.
left.
So yeah. This stuff is just crazy.
Okay, again, now you left what, Terrence?
Say that again.
You said you left what?
I left rehearsal and I realized that I had left the space heater on in my office.
Oh yeah, you need to turn it off.
Lord.
You had to turn that
no.
off.
So I had to make a trip to Hackensack to make sure that was addressed because
Mount Olive would have been burnt olive.
What's
Great.
what's the temperature out there?
burnt olive.
Burnt olive.
Anointed
I have a new delicatessen. It's burnt olives.
From Bobby Jones and some Quay.
That's right. It's gonna turn out to be burnt olives.
burnt olives.
Burnt olives. Right
I did that. Now I'm on my way to Hot Grill.
Oh, why
What's the weather? What's the weather?
Bro?
Is it cold?
Right
Is it
now
cold on the
40
east yet?
It's 46. It's 46 degrees here right now.
46?
Actually, it just dropped to 44.
Okay. Well, my car's saying 46. So.
You just gonna sit there and throw that in my face?
What? That is
I'm going to Hot Grill.
That you going to Hot Grill, bro?
I went there, Avery.
So Avery, I can't tell you that I'm going to Hot Grill and get 2 hot dogs and 2 cheeseburgers all the way.
And for the month of October, Monday through Wednesday, from 3 to 6,
keep all
they got
that
buy
to
one, get one
yourself,
free.
bro. Keep all that to yourself, bro. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that.
I'm sorry, Scott. What was that you said about the month of October? What happens?
Monday through Wednesday from 3 to 6 p.m. is buy one get one free on burgers, dogs.
Stop.
Where?
Avery, I swear, man, they always trying to be funny,
I
bro.
got
Don't even worry about it. Don't
Funny,
even worry about
man.
it, bro. They always trying to be funny.
So we're being funny by talking about the hot grill. Is that what you're trying to say?
You know what? See, Terrence. See,
I just want
you
to
instigator, yo.
the hot grill 973-772-6000.
Tracy,
What are we talking
hold on.
about? I'm lost.
Tracy, hold on.
Okay,
Tracy.
for those that are unlearned or
Terrence, hold on.
unknowledgeable.
Wait. No, Terrence, hold on one second. Hold on one second before you go through all of that. Tracy, is there a Royal Farms chicken by you?
Oh Lord.
Okay.
Tracy, you don't have Royal Farms? What part of Virginia you in?
Nope.
What part of Virginia you in?
She's like Lynchburg, Danville, somewhere around there, right?
I don't think so.
All up and down the Eastern Seaboard. As soon as you hit exit 5 on the turnpike, you run into Royal Farms. It's a gas station.
Well, what she said was, ain't none over there. So let's talk about the ones that are alive.
Well, the
All I
nearest one to
know-
me is, like you said, I got to go south a little way.
But I'm gonna tell you who has the best one. Royal Farms. I want some payment for some advertising.
There's one in
But
Baltimore.
I'm trying to tell the one in Baltimore. Oh,
Yeah, that joint is.
I'm gonna tell you the best ones.
God.
The best ones on 13 heading to Hampton, Virginia. There's
What?
3 of them.
No, I'm gonna tell you the one in
God,
DC
they
ain't no
fresh
punk
every
either, bro. The one in
Yeah, DC
DC
is
ain't
good
no
too.
punk. Yes, sir.
But it's
We went
fresh
to that
every
one
time.
in DC. Yes, sir.
Since
them
we
over
messing
there.
with Avery, we got to talk about White Castle too. You know,
No, we
since he
already
can't
did
get
that
that
last
either.
week. We
I
did
know,
that.
but I just want to mess with him a little bit.
Avery, I told you, it's one right up the street from my house, bro. Literally.
What, White Castle?
Yes,
The
sir.
closest,
Oh, that's
the
good.
Right.
We're going
closest
to
one
next week.
to the closest one to me is in Ohio.
Who said they don't like White Castle?
We don't.
Who is
We don't like White Castle. No,
Who is we?
We no, that you must. I don't know what we you talking about.
KJ and me.
I can't eat it. I
He can't
love
eat-
White Castle.
we
I
love
can't
White Castle.
eat it anymore.
He can't
I
eat
just
no
can't
more.
eat it,
bro.
I can't eat it. Yo, I
See,
ate.
I
I
don't
had
eat
six.
fish. I don't
Hold
eat
on,
the
I had
birds.
6 double cheeseburgers,
He
a
not eating
large
no
fry, and a soda. And I went to sleep. I woke up. It felt like somebody took all that bread and put it right in my nostrils.
Yep.
I tried to tell y'all.
When I tell you I couldn't breathe, I had 6. I used to eat 8. 8 double cheese. Yes, I did. Everybody on here besides
on
Tommy can tell
It
you.
only equals like 2 small
I don't.
thin burgers.
I don't know what it is, but in all my life, I've never had an issue with eating White Castle burgers.
I
Yeah, I was
can't
about to say,
do
I
it,
don't have an
man.
issue either, but my favorite from them is the fish sandwiches.
Nope.
Yeah, the fish are real good.
Yo, their chicken rings are off the chain, bro.
Yes,
Their
they
chicken
are.
rings
And 40
are.
mozzarella sticks.
And I
I might
How
get some
about a
chicken
good old
rings from there.
servitor? How about a good old servitor? Where's the
I
burger
never
and the
ate
fish?
those. I
I
never
don't like
ate those.
I don't like them.
It's all right. Well, I got waffles, so we get Waffle House. Since I want to sit there talk about hot grill.
Oh, shut up.
You need to get a tetanus shot after you eat out of there.
Whatever. I eat out of every Waffle House that I go by.
Ew.
We're not doing that.
Waffle House is all right with me.
You know it ain't good till it fall on the floor. They pick it up. There you go.
No. See, when I go, I make sure all this stuff, and I'm sitting there watching everything they're doing with my food.
Number
So I
one.
know
But
what.
number two, I
what's going
also
on.
know it's the best one when there's only one fly in there. If there's
I'm
one
glad
fly,
yeah.
I'm okay.
Yo, it's hey, listen, it's just like the Chinese restaurants in New York, right? You know, if you get to a Chinese restaurant in New York and the people are nice and they all are very calm or whatever, that food about
Don't
to be
eat
the
there.
nastiest
Don't eat
food
there.
in the world.
What you want?
But you
What you
know,
want? Order your food. Hurry up.
if you go there and she be like, "Hello, hurry up, you pay now, pay now, you pay." That food is about to be the greatest culinary creation you
absolutely.
Oh yeah,
life.
Not the customer service.
It's about to bless your life. It's about to bless your life.
If they calling you out your name and tell you pick up and down, they throwing your card and stuff at you, prepare to go back there at least 5 times that week.
What Chinese restaurant you talking about that takes a card? They don't no card, cash only.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put
No card,
ATMs.
cash
They
only.
put ATMs now in chicken.
Yeah, you want your cash, you go get you go over there.
And they charge you $5 every transaction.
$5, $4.99.99.
Yep. For processing fee.
Yes, sir. And they take that money. Thank you very much, you black man.
Hurry up and buy.
Hurry up and buy. You hurry up and buy. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, when we go next time we go to Brooklyn, I'm telling you right now.
No, you know you
Go
gotta
to
take
a-
me.
All right, let's stop. Hold on. Everybody stop for 1 second. I have to put this out. Tracy, you don't know anything about this, but you're about to find out. Terrence, please listen to me very carefully. I need you to hear me. I know you want to talk. Scott, I know you want to talk. I get it, but just listen to me very carefully. Tanya is complete. Tanya is completely enamored with Tops. Now. Wait. Back in the day, Tops was considered to be the greatest diner. There was the Claremont, there was Tops, and there was Suburban Diner.
Yes, sir.
And we did have Madison 4, but that got closed down. But if you went to Top, Suburban, or y'all keep talking about Class. I went to Don's, bro. I ain't go to Class that much.
I just wrote a
Yeah, well,
song.
Class was all right with me.
Don's was more intimate, and their food was to die for.
What was
some people
that
did die from it.
diner?
My point was.
What was that diner in South Patterson across the bridge? It's a Dunkin'
diner?
Donuts. Yeah, it's a Dunkin' Donuts now, but it wasn't. It was a diner.
You said South. Where's South
Madison
Patterson
4.
now?
Madison 4. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Oh man, your father, interfaith. We ran that Madison Forum, bro. Bible Way and Interfaith ran that diner. They was so happy on Saturday night when we came in there. They just knew they was getting
They're like, oh, we made payroll this week. All right, good.
At 1 o'clock in the morning, bro.
Bro, we was staying there. I'm telling you, one time I remember all of us were in there, and we literally stayed in there till the sun came up.
Jesus.
We would just, and guess what? Everybody, look at Lois. Lois said, yes, we did. Look at Lois.
Yep.
Lois, yes, we did. We stayed in there every one time. It was a Saturday morning, and it was freezing cold outside. All I know is I walked outside, and you saw the birds in the air because the sun was right above. And I said, Mama, it's what? Look, we going home. It's the daytime. She said, we need to get out of here. I'm telling you,
was good.
Let me tell you
that
something.
that was the best food known to man, boy. Ooh wee.
What I'm told is what happened was the owners that we knew, those people, as they were aging, the family just didn't want to keep the business. So that's the reason why it closed. There was no issues or problems with the food.
I thought it was after that
like
man got shot in there, though. That's what I thought it was.
Oh, no, that happened every other week. No, that happened every other week. That sounds a little extreme, but y'all know I ain't lying.
All the
well,
good.
ain't nobody rebuttal it. Ain't nobody rebuttal it at all. Because that was the truth.
Speaking of Tops, I'll be there in about 8 hours.
Yep. But truth be told, Madison 4 and the Forum Diner on Route 4. They were
the Forum was the joint.
Forum was the joint, bro. Yes, sir. But I'm gonna tell y'all what. Nobody ran Denny's like me and Chris Joe. Let me tell y'all something. Me and Chris Joe were going there with bags of quarters. And we would go sit at that restaurant. Me and Chris would eat and sleep there. We would wake up. They had 2 shift changes.
Good God.
2. And we would leave there, Tracy. We would go to Sam Ash Music. We had no money at all. I just told you we went to a diner with bags of quarters.
Yeah, you still was this last week.
We didn't have money to get on the bus. And so we would literally walk back on Route 4 and walk all the way back to Patterson.
Do y'all remember when we had the Waffle House on Route 4 in Bergamo?
Nope.
There was a Waffle House on Bergamo?
Yep, right on the corner where it ended up becoming Sabaro's Pizza. Right on that corner.
I think I was good and gone by that time.
Yeah,
that was before they built the quote unquote food court.
I was gone. I was already gone.
No, that food court ain't been there that long.
That's what I'm saying. I was already gone.
No. The food court they built like in the mid '80s. You were still around. You just wasn't paying attention to what was going on.
I didn't care.
Who remembers Sizzlers and Rustlers?
I remember Ponderosa. I ate at all of them.
Listen,
Ponderosa
had the best chicken wings.
Restaurant, Sizzlers, boy. Every
Sunday when I played in Englewood, I would leave there, and my mother and I would go right to the one in Bergenfield.
Yeah, we're just having a moment about Jersey stuff, but we're gonna go back to what you guys know.
Yo, did you know there's still a Sizzler in LA though?
There's still a Sizzler in where Tanya and I used to live in Anaheim. There's a Sizzler right down Harbor
I was about to say
Boulevard.
they got them in California.
Right
They don't
there.
have them here anymore. All the
There's one
scissors
in
here
Florida
closed.
too. Florida got it.
Yep. And
Y'all
I
sound
had
real hungry.
we do sound hungry, don't we?
Yeah.
I'm really thinking about
sound
going to get
real
this burrito
fat.
tonight.
Yeah.
We are hungry, which is why I'm circling it all the way back. This is why I'm about to pull into the parking lot of Hot Grill.
Oh.
There's the sign. I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see the sign.
Why would
Baby.
you
I
do
want you to
something
know
like
over
that?
here.
I hope your door don't open.
My door opens just fine.
I hope your door don't open, and I hope to get out and lock on you.
Wait a minute. Let me see if I can turn the camera. I gotta figure out how to do this stuff on this stupid thing.
Hot Grill closed.
No, they're not.
They don't close.
Hurry up and buy.
I got 20 minutes. How do I do
You really
this?
get ready to turn that camera. I hope your phone cut
Your
off.
phone gonna
Your
die.
battery die.
You know what?
I hope your service get cut off by mistake and they gotta reinstate your service. I hope that's what happens. Look, it ain't working. Look,
Look at
he froze.
the devil. It's frozen now. The Lord answered our prayer.
Lord.
Look at
Look, his phone went black.
Yeah, shut down.
Shut out. Shut out. He got cut off.
Prayer changes things. That's what he get now.
Lord
Oh,
have
shoot,
mercy.
he back. Wait a minute, he back. Oh,
Well, I had it
Show
last
nothing.
night, so
yeah, Scott, we hope your phone get hot and you can't use yours either.
You too.
that's all right. That's why I got 2 phones, an iPad, and my MacBook.
Congratulations. I hope they all break. I don't care. I hope they all break.
What's that sign say behind me?
It's all
Nope,
right.
we can't see nothing. We can't see nothing. Oh,
Yeah, we
I guess you
can.
really can't see that.
Damn.
That's an Android.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yo, man, stop
Who I'm about
showing
to
that
cuss you out?
sign, bro. Don't.
That's
I'm
right.
about to
It's
cuss
so
you
far.
out.
Sign,
I
bro.
can't even read it, so it don't even matter.
It's so
Yeah,
tiny.
I told you it's an Android.
It looked blurry. It looked blurry. You got
You
one of
know
your
what?
filters. One of your filters is on.
Bless you, and bless you. Who's
You
next?
got an Android.
Yeah, you got an
All my
Android.
life, I refuse to get it. I refuse to buy that
That's
cheap
exactly
crap.
why the text. That's why the text is green. Everybody else in this chat got iPhone.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, you know,
You're the one
somebody's got to
looking
keep those people in business.
looking like a leprechaun.
Right? Lucky Charms.
Now, ask me how many F's I give.
How many?
Ask me how many I give. I
Oh
assure
Lord,
you,
now you're gonna make
not
Brayton
one.
come back
Probably
here.
a concern of ours, but okay.
Yeah, we really don't care.
You turn that heater off. Why don't you turn that heater off? Because I do not
Yeah,
want
you
that.
better make sure that church don't. Oh, look at this. Oh. You know what? That really looks different. I ain't been in there in years because I
It
don't
don't
even
look
know
no
what
different.
that
It's the
is.
same.
Yeah, and now
It's
they
the same
take
place.
debit
It's just digital signs now. That's all.
They
Same.
take cards now.
Yeah,
They
they started during
they take
COVID.
EBT cards.
I can't.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah,
No,
No,
but
they actually
that
might,
line,
because they technically.
that line will be outside that
Hey,
door. I
give
tell
me
you that
You know what
much.
though? Technically, they might because they
2
do debit.
dogs,
So
no onion,
The gravy's on the side, right?
2 all the
Terrence,
way,
mute your phone.
2 cheeseburgers, all the
Wait a
way.
minute. Wait
he
a
being
minute.
spiteful.
He be a real spiteful as the devil.
Correct.
Man.
No, no, you can afford. The cheeseburgers are away.
So, who is
Such
that?
a jerk, bro.
That's Adam. Tell Adam I said hi.
Wait a minute. You know them by name?
Dude, I've been
Yeah.
my life.
You can't see it, but there's a guy on there that says he knows it's Scott.
Hi, Adam.
That makes sense for
Yeah.
Scott.
Hello.
What's up, man?
Hey, Adam. How are you?
How much?
I got somebody on here from California, somebody from Nevada, somebody
Wait,
from North
There's
Carolina.
my picture.
They know it.
Hi, Adam. My picture's there now, Terrence.
They're from here, so they know this place.
Terrence, my picture's on.
Terrence, he
Tell
said,
him
show him the picture. He said,
Now
show
you
him.
see him. Hey, man.
Hey,
Where'd
Adam.
you go? There he is.
How are you, buddy?
How are you?
How's everything?
51,
All is well.
222. Hello.
Technology.
That was real low, Terrence. That was low, Terrence. But it's all right. It's all right.
What happened?
I got you.
Kevin,
That
where's
was,
he at?
Listen, don't hate on me because I'm hungry.
he's in Jersey. He's in,
And I
he's
have
in
access to the
Patterson.
hot grill in Clifton, New
Actually,
Jersey.
Scott, is he in Clifton? Yeah,
Scott,
he's
red
in
is
Clifton.
your color.
In Clifton, one town over from Patterson.
What'd you say, Tracy?
Doc, red is your color.
It's my favorite color too.
Yes, mine as well.
Yeah, red is
Tracy,
a
you
good
know,
color.
last week you had me dying
Always
about
bet
your
on
husband.
black though.
Oh, you wait a minute. Your birthday's what? 10 days, 9 days, 10 days?
9, almost 8 because it's 11:42. Well, my birthday's next Friday.
Now I'm hungry. Jesus.
I'm about to go give me a cupcake.
But I can't get a
Your,
burrito for real. You about to get a
your last
cupcake?
your last year
I
of
had
30
Man,
salad
anything.
today.
I'm on my way to get a burrito.
No, you can't have a burrito, honey.
It's gonna be full of
So Kevin,
steak,
I land in
chicken,
Vegas
and
next
cheese.
Thursday at 11 o'clock
Wait.
In the evening or the morning?
in the evening.
All right.
I'll be
Just
there
call us, man.
following Wednesday at 9.
Are
We'll
you
be
serious?
here.
Yes, sir.
They told you last week they was coming.
The
Oh,
30th.
why could? Oh yeah, they're gonna miss each other. Okay.
Yeah,
we're gonna miss each
they're
other.
not gonna be at the same time.
Okay.
That's cool. We'll be here.
Oh Lord, I'm not ready.
We'll definitely be here. We will definitely be here. I'm gonna go ahead and put my stuff together so we can go hang out, Avery.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna go right to free. We're gonna go right to Fremont.
Right to Fremont. Yes, sir.
Tanya gonna stay home.
Cousin's trip.
Yeah.
That's right, bruh. Sorry.
Yep. And we're gonna be out there and we're gonna have a good time. And then Tanya, I'm going because you're not gonna eat that cupcake and I'm sitting up. Yeah, no, she's not gonna do that. No. You eating what you want, I can't? No.
No, it's not that, hun.
Yes, it is. You eating the whole cupcake with them sharp knives on your finger. Get out of here. Oh, no.
But you want a burrito, you want all that sodium.
Man, what you worry about sodium? You got that doggone Japanese MSG sitting in your no, get out of here.
Oh God, don't tell. I knew she was gonna pull it out. Jesus.
Yeah,
It stay
man.
right here too.
Yeah, we have that burrito
As
gonna
long
stay
as you
right
don't
on that
open it.
table too, as long as I eat it. Yeah, I'm gonna get that burrito. That burrito gonna be full of flavor.
Rapper flavor.
Right, that's right. How pedestrians 10. Wait a minute. This is Dr. Bobby Jones in Nashville Superfly Case. We would like to take this opportunity to tell Tanya that Kevin is going to get a burrito.
No.
Full of steak, chicken, and shrimp with cilantro
Bro,
and
wait,
rice.
how about she eating the MSG and the cupcake?
I'm trying to tell you, man. Be out. All I see right now is CCP. All I see. Yeah, you booked
because I
turned me
care
into the
about
old
your
man.
health. I care about your health. That ain't.
Hold on, wait. Did y'all just get this alert? The Archdiocese of Los Angeles agrees to pay $880 million to settle sex abuse claim.
What you talking about, Willis? I ain't get that.
I just got it at 11:15.
Well, Scott, there's
What is
something I
that?
want to say.
That went lost. That went really. I got lost with that one.
Well, somebody's trying to not go to jail.
Right.
Hear you. All right.
Have a good night. See you soon.
All right, see you later. Yes, sir. All right, man.
Hi, Mr. Sir. Are you at McDonald's? Is that what it is?
Hang on.
It's all right. It's okay.
Yeah, he
You
being
could have
funny.
booed or something. You had to hit me upside the head with no bottle.
Tracy, we have to we don't, I noticed on a lot of these shows, you talk some, you don't talk a lot. And I know you're observing, and people are going to see this later on. As I told you, we do get reviews after the show's over. But we were going to have some conversations about Terrence at one point, because we were going to roast Terrence or whatever. We're not going to roast Tracy, but I just think Tracy just needs to say a little bit more. Tracy sits back and observes, and she doesn't really say too much. She'll say something, and then for the rest of the whole service, the whole service,
whole service,
the whole podcast, she doesn't really say too much. But tonight, Tracy, I need you to move that phone a little bit. I need you to move that phone a little bit because we can't really
But
see
we
your
learned a
face
lot
that
about
well.
Tracy was it last week or week before last?
Last week was fun.
Yeah, it was enlightening.
She got real giddy.
I don't remember what happened. I don't remember
She
what
got
happened.
giddy when they
to
was
the
talking
dentist.
about a certain person.
Her husband went to the dentist.
Oh, it was very enlightening.
Tracy, he talked about how's your husband? He's all right now.
There you go. You recall the conversation.
I do. I remember that. You said he's all right now. I said, how's his eyes? You said, I don't
And
know.
we were like, if you're not okay, blink.
I remember that. Hey. Tracy said he was at the dentist. I handled it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Don't take care of his dental work and stuff like that. And you okay, never mind. I'll stay out of it.
And guess
because
what?
those on this call know that I have a wife that is a certain type of woman, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
No, well,
that's
you like
all
to
I'm going to say.
about
You're not getting another word out of me.
I'm going to say it then if you won't say it.
I just said my wife is a certain type of woman, and you know that's an accurate description.
Yeah, I love her to death, man.
Tanya, I need you to pay attention.
I'm listening.
Tanya, no, you met her like once.
Tanya?
Yeah, I met her once.
When we were at the at New Hope.
You never met her?
Yeah, she was at New Hope. That's the only time they would have been in the same place together.
She was there.
Okay. Okay. So here's the reality. Terrence's wife is a different breed.
I love you.
Okay,
girl.
Let's work with that. Okay.
She's a different breed. She's not for the faint at heart.
She really
not at all.
She's an acquired taste.
All joking aside, she's a very direct speaking person. Whatever she wants to say, whatever she has to say, she's going to say it. Now you can like her to lump it, but she's going to say what she has to say.
All I have to say is, Teresa,
I love you.
That's all I got to say. I've known this woman for over 30 years, and I just got to tell you.
Well,
Teresa's the type of person you got to get ready for. You can't just walk in. You gotta talk yourself into it.
I'm still her baby, so she is all right with me.
Once you get to her, you have entered the terror dome. You're on your own, Jack.
All I'm saying is, and these two gentlemen, they know, especially back in the day, watching the Royal Rumbles and the WrestleManias and all that kind of.
Here y'all go. Come on.
I'm just saying that's part of the story.
I don't doubt what you're saying, Terrence. Terrence, I believe what you're saying.
Here's the deal. All right. So the Undertaker, I thought the Undertaker was dead.
I never saw Kev cry.
Man, all right. I had
water coming out his eyes. This is not an exaggeration.
Man. All right. I had a moment. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. How many times have y'all cried at a TV show?
I gotta admit, my allergies started acting up a little bit that night too. My allergies started acting up.
My allergies was acting up, but I was crying for laughing. So.
Man, I thought he died, man. They put that fool in a casket. I thought he died. I ain't know.
Kev was crying and his knee was shaking.
I'm just saying, man. I had a moment. Y'all know wrestling.
Terrence being as mean as he was, after we watched the show, he rewinded it.
On the VCR. That's what we had in those days. That's what it was.
Terrence had that cable that was, yeah. I like Terrence's cable.
It was illegal. Listen, you can talk about it. The cable company don't even exist no more. That cable company been out of business for years.
Terrence had illegal cable in his house.
I had to descramble the box. Yes, I did. The statute of limitations is run out, so what you gonna do?
We watched. Tony, listen to this really quick. And I don't see how all of us fit in that small living room. I don't understand how we did it. There was like
25 people in that living room.
I couldn't understand it. But Terrence and I went to get something to eat one day, right? And we came back to the house. And Terrence's channel stayed on. Either we watching the stories, or Terrence always went to the TLC channel, right? So one night he left TLC on. So we went and got our food, came back to the house, Tracy, and there was a part of the body that we were not sure
Oh,
was
yeah.
wrong.
I
So
remember.
we kept looking, and so I opened my Chinese food, I opened my soda, I got the spoon, and
That was
we
dog.
sat there, and Terrence had his chicken from a spot somewhere, and we were sitting
Whatever.
down eating, and we were watching it, and they kept it on this one frame for like about maybe 3 or 4 minutes. So we was like, "What
And we
is
were
that?"
like,
We
well,
saw
what
we saw,
is
hold on. We saw the needle. And they were injecting the needle. We were like, "What part is that?" Well, what we did not know was we were watching a whole vasectomy.
And we both literally hollered like, ah!
Yeah.
Both
He
of
didn't
us at the
holler.
same time.
He hollered like that. I said, and all you heard was, that's all I kept doing because they showed they pulled
we
the
weren't
camera
expecting
back.
that.
All you saw was a vasectomy. They showed him going in and cutting and
KJ. Ugh.
Yeah.
ugh.
While we're eating
But
Chinese food. Yeah, so you can imagine the
listen,
whole dynamic
now you
going
know
on.
how bad it was because I stopped eating and I got up
That's
from that
real bad.
table and I
Kevin
walked
never
around the
stopped
kitchen.
eating.
Yeah,
Yo,
you're right. You never stopped
I
eating.
walked around that kitchen for 3 minutes. I just kept hollering. I was like, "That's I just kept doing that. When I mustered up enough strength to get back in there, they had opened it up even more. I was like,
Oh no.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
but after it was all
If
over,
this operation was successful, it was gonna not be no baby Jesus.
He's stupid.
No, sir.
but it was
That's adult
crazy.
Jesus.
Yo, I promise you, that was probably one of the worst times I had seen. But
Yeah,
shoot,
that was I forgotten all about that.
Oh man.
That was something
okay,
else.
bring you back on. Listen, y'all, it's 8:50. Oh no, I gotta bring him back.
I
Hold on.
gotta go.
No,
Yeah,
listen,
me too.
we all get ready to get off. We all get ready to get off.
Yeah, because we got Scott and I definitely have an early morning with the
Yeah,
the service.
Is
y'all.
the funeral tomorrow?
They're supposed to be streaming it, but they're being real close because it's a private ceremony, service itself. So they're being real close with a lot of the details. So I probably won't get any information until almost time for the service. I'll do my best to make sure I post something if I have a link or at least
Or if your phone,
something
if
that
your Android will work. I understand. No, I get it.
Androids work just fine. Thank you.
I just
As a matter of fact, guess what? All of y'all standing there talking all that trash. You got more Android than anything else in your hand because most of the components in your daggone iPhones is made by Samsung. So you're welcome.
But you were turning your camera around and you disconnected. Our phones don't do that.
No, I turned around because I just don't know how to use technology. I hit the wrong button. That it ain't got nothing to do with the phone. That's because I'm old and don't understand technology as fully as I need to.
Well, all right.
Don't get
It
them
is
confused. Anyway.
It is
He said, don't
11:56
get twisted.
on the east. It is 8:56.
Yes.
I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. You all came on, and as we always do, I'm pretty sure I'll get a bunch of laughs and stuff later on. But wait a minute, but Samsung and Google also got sued for stealing the iPhone platform.
That's got to be quiet. That's Scott talking. That's a Scott answer if I've ever heard one.
Oops. Hey, Brent, what kind of phone you got?
He got an iPhone. Yeah,
All I gotta say is thief. Stop, thief. Come back, thief.
Stop, thief. Come back, thief. Oh, it's time to go. There's the MSG bottle. All right. It's time to go. Brent, Tracy, thank you so much. Terrence, Scott, Avery, thank y'all. Brent, you know, I'm just telling you, man. This is just the makeup. I'm sorry. This is what it is. You got to end the show, bro. I'm just telling you. That's just. I'm right by the end button, so we good. If you say anything crazy, we got the end button. So let's go.
The views that are expressed in this closing do not necessarily represent the views of everybody on. Go ahead, sir.
I don't have
came in
anything
blazing.
crazy to say.
He
All
came
right.
Brent,
and he got to
you're
leave.
breathing. You have something crazy to say because you're breathing. And I love you with the love of the Lord. Because again, if I was going to be in town, we would be sitting down someplace having something really cold and potent on the November the 3rd.
Come on now,
Well,
cold and cold.
there's a possibility that I may be moving back to the East Coast. So
But I won't be here. I'll be in the Caribbean.
He
You
said
will move back?
moving.
moving back. It won't
His
be
Android
this
is acting up again.
Yeah,
There
His
you
his
Android
go.
is
Android
acting up.
backing up.
His
What
Android
happened?
is acting up again.
He said
See,
he's
he got you.
moving back to the East Coast.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I said it, but I won't be there because I'll be in the Caribbean, is what I said.
Are you moving to
So
the
you're
Caribbean,
moving to the
Terrence?
No,
Caribbean?
I'm not moving, but on my birthday, I won't be in town, is my point.
No,
Oh,
He
but
but
didn't
he
say
said
that.
I'm not
no,
coming over there.
he's saying he might be moving back to New
Oh, moving
Jersey.
back. I
it's,
thought he said he was just coming back. I'm
That
sorry.
it's some
goddamn
It's the
Android ain't
Android.
it's
working,
some
man.
Android chips, bro.
You know what?
It's them
I
stolen
guess
parts.
none of y'all
Yeah,
ever had
Why are you
bad
missing
signals,
this?
huh?
God is funny.
No, not
That's the closing.
that right. What Scott say? I ain't read that. Android has affected his hearing.
told you. Hey,
What'd you
Alma,
say?
check your
What'd you say?
battery.
You said,
What? What?
Elmer, check your battery.
I can't hear you.
What's that's being said, Brent? Let us go, man. You got the benediction, brother. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh no. I don't have nothing crazy to say. Nothing crazy has happened.
Yes, you do. You
You
always
actually
got something.
came on. You came on pretty hot.
I told you he came in
Yeah, he
blazing.
did.
I mean, I don't know. A shout out to P. Diddy and Donald Trump. I don't know. They're the
Oh,
Oh,
same
Jesus.
person.
Oh, come on. That's a little weak for you, sir. Come on. I know you got better than
Oh
that.
no. Golly. I don't know.
All right. Well, he doesn't have anything.
Hickory dickory dock.
Oh,
Oh, Lord. Oh,
The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 12. The mouse ran down. Oops. Another dick and another mouth. That's the
oh
closing.
no. All right. There we go.
oh,
Thank you.
listen. That's my friend. That's
And we're
my
all